else into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Can I do it?
Yes, you can.
It's Friday then, it's Saturday, Sunday, what? Yes!
It's better on radio.
Yeah, it is.
It's better with the song than singing it.
It's fine. At least, you know, I'm trying my... I'm warming up, actually, the way I speak. But the thing is, that's great. Thank you very much. And you see, this, I got a little bit of hire a crowd from Graham. I'll pay you later, 10 Rand. That's great. I hope you're well this morning. My name is Carl Wasty, and this lovely lady is...
I'm Zoe Brown.
What did she wrote the middle? Zoe... Alexandria Petrucia Lekker Friday Brown.
Okay, well, there we go. And this is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You know, today's going to be a lekker day.
Yeah.
Because we are celebrating International Waffle Day.
Oh, yes.
And you know what that means on the show.
Yes.
We're going to have some delicious recipes. This morning, we are going to be whipping up. How does a cheddar waffle chip sound?
Sounds like carbs, which I love. Thank you.
Sheet pan waffles.
More carbs, thank you. Bring it to me.
And waffle churro bites with some chocolate dipping sauce.
That sounds like Friday food, which is great. When you said International Waffle Day, I almost thought we were just going to be talking aimlessly for like hours on end, which is also quite great. But entertaining us this morning is multi-talented performer Zurum Katini, who will be entertaining you. I can tell you the energy that that particular individual has is going to blow your mind. You're going to love it.
And then, of course, it's not just an ordinary Friday. We have a big reveal happening this morning ahead of the latest season of Tropica Island of Treasure. And talking about entertaining television, S3 launched their latest campaign. This one is called Fearless by Nature, and we were there to be able to get the scoop on the hit shows coming to your favorite channel.
And that's it for us. That's our spread this morning, our buffet of entertainment delight.
The whole buffet.
So just relax, grab a cup of coffee and enjoy the face of Graham.
Yep. We're going to waffle. Ooh, we're going to waffle this morning, man. You don't understand. I have a waffle problem. I crave waffles all the time. It's like my guilty food. Today is my day. So good to be connected with you. Yes, my name is Graham Richards. So good to be getting set for the weekend. It's a Friday. We're loving it. We're going to delve into all of the weekend sporting action in just a moment. But right now, let's talk a little bit of waffle. So when it comes to waffles, of course, the world is your oyster. Literally, you probably could have oysters on a waffle if you wanted to. But what I'm putting to you is this a very important question. It'll change your life. What is your favorite waffle topping? Dun, dun, dun. I am a traditionalist. Syrup, nothing else. I just love some maple syrup. Maybe you like some ice cream. Maybe you like some cream. Maybe you like Smarties and chocolates and sprinkles. Maybe some banana. Maybe you like to go savory. Maybe you like a bit of fried chicken. The options are endless this morning because it is International Waffle Day. So let us know, what is your favorite waffle topping? Maybe we'll make it on the show today, but let's get our official duties underway and get you prepped with those insights of the day with Carla standing by with the news.
No waffle here, but just the headlines you can expect around the world. Now, let's start locally. Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana says the government is in talks to cushion the impact of record petrol prices hikes in South Africa over the coming months. Responding to verbal questions in Parliament, Godongwana said that this intervention would likely be temporary, with the National Treasury and Department of Mineral Resources and Energy also considering long-term options to help alleviate fuel prices. Godongwana did not specify what exact measures would be introduced, as the discussions are private and still ongoing. Meanwhile, Deputy President David Mabuza has, in his capacity as chairperson of the South African National AIDS Council, urged key role players to demonstrate the same urgency and unity of purpose during COVID-19 in the quest to defeat TB. Now, Mabuza was delivering the keynote address at the World TB Day commemoration at Berkeley West in the Northern Cape. He said it was disheartening that even though TB was preventable and curable in South Africa, it remains one of the leading causes of death. On to international news. Ethiopia's government has declared a humanitarian truce in its 16th-month conflict with forces from the northern Tigray region. The civil war has left more than 5 million people needing food aid, yet none has been delivered to Tigray since mid-December. The head of the World Health Organization, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, who is from Tigray, has described the situation there as catastrophic and accused the Ethiopian government of preventing aid from getting through. Reports will have it that people are dying of hunger or the lack of medical supplies. Now, a team of scientists have said they had developed an oral male contraceptive that is 99% effective in mice without causing side effects and could enter human trials by the end of the year. The findings will be presented at the American Chemical Society's spring meeting and mark a key step towards expanding birth control options as well as responsibilities for men. Ever since the female birth control pill was first approved in early 1960s, researchers have been interested in a male equivalent. And on to some feel-good news that you're going to need this morning. A man who posted a TikTok showing plane passengers singing the viral children's song Baby Shark to a crying child has received more than 7 million views as people praise the kindness of strangers. Now, Parik Baloshi, a radio presenter, was flying from his home in Dubai to Albania when a 4-year-old sitting next to him started crying. A passenger behind them started quietly murmuring the words to Baby Shark. And in a bid to comfort the child, Baloshi decided to do the same, singing out loud, and everybody joined in. In the video, passengers can be seen clapping and singing the lyrics to the song Baby Shark. Commenters were impressed by their kindness. One top comment with 19,000 likes said, and I quote, "All passengers passed the vibe check." Another said, "It literally costs nothing to be a decent person." And one comment with 7,000 likes simply stated, "Humanity," with a wide-eyed emoji. Baby Shark, an extremely popular children's song, has become the first YouTube video ever to be viewed some 10 billion times. What a great note to wrap things up. That'll do for news at this particular hour. Another update in 1 hour's time as you'll see the smile of Graham. Why? Because the women's cricket team have done so well.
Yes, we have been singed by the Protea fire. This morning, the ladies are on fire. South Africa reached the semi-finals of the Women's Cricket World Cup. This happened, of course, yesterday when rain washed out their crunch match against the West Indies in Wellington. But this meant that both teams then received a point from the abandoned fixture, and that put South Africa second on the table to Australia, and now thankfully beyond reach of their rivals for the playoff spots. So the Proteas will be gunning for a spot in the final for the first time ever after making it to the Final Four in 2017, and they've certainly got the personnel to do it. And staying with cricketing news, the master blaster himself, MS Dhoni, has stepped down as Chennai Super Kings captain. And this before the Indian Premier League actually commences and will be replaced by Indian all-rounder Ravindra Jadeja. Now, there were rumours that the 40-year-old would retire at the end of last season, but the wicketkeeper was retained before this season's mega auction. The former Indian captain is the most successful IPL captain in history in terms of wins, with 121 from his 204 games played. He led the Chennai Super Kings to titles in 2010, 2011, 2018 and last year. And this IPL starts tomorrow and runs up until the 29th of May. A couple of South Africans set to shine there as well, so keep an eye. Then, talking about shining South Africans, the 4 domestic teams have made the most of their home ground advantage against their international rivals in the last 2 weeks, winning all 8 of their home matches. And now with the 4 of the next 5 rounds being hosted here in South Africa, they'll be determined to capitalise further on this as they look to establish their positions on the top end of the log. So the Lions will kick us off in our United Rugby Championship round against Ospreys in Johannesburg. That's tonight at 7. Then the Stormers will be the first domestic team to take the field on Saturday when they host Ulster in Cape Town at 3 o'clock. And this will be followed by clashes between the Sharks and Edinburgh in Durban. That's 5 minutes past 5. And then the Bulls and Dragons in Pretoria at 15 minutes past 7 in the evening. Now, the recent form of the local teams has now seen them climb up the table considerably, with the Sharks, Stormers and Bulls lying in 6th, 7th and 8th respectively, while the Lions, they are down in 13th. Then we return to Formula One, which is back with a bang. And 4-time world champion Sebastian Vettel looks like he could miss the second round of the Formula One season because of COVID-19. This was after his Aston Martin team confirmed that he is yet to travel to Saudi Arabia for this weekend's race. So the German missed last weekend's Bahrain Grand Prix after testing positive, and he has yet to return a negative result that would allow him to travel and, of course, race. Nico Hülkenberg is again on standby to deputise and could race in Jeddah. But we'll delve a little deeper into Formula One in just a moment and United Rugby Championships with Mike Pedro. He's standing by, the birthday boy. But right now, let's get you set for the weekend with what's on the weather front.
Thank you, Graham. And I started off with a bit of good news concerning endeavours to save the black rhino in South Africa. It is that the World Bank says it has priced the world's first wildlife bond, raising 2.2 billion rand that will be partly used for the conservation of black rhinos in SA. The 5-year bond will pay returns determined by the rate of growth in the populations of the animals in 2 South African reserves. That's the Addo Elephant National Park and the Great Fish River Nature Reserve. The World Bank said the so-called wildlife conservation is a first of its kind outcome-based financial instrument that channels investments to achieve conservation outcomes, measured in this instance by an increase in black rhino populations. This means that the bond profits will go directly for fighting poachers and improving the animals' conditions. If successful, the program could be expanded to protect black rhino populations in Kenya, as well as other wildlife species such as lions, tigers, gorillas, and orangutans. Now, we are hoping for the success of this endeavour so we can preserve precious wildlife, and we remain on the positive note as we take a look at the skies, showcasing those stunning sunrise photos that you've shared with us via the Expresso Facebook page. Now, Rina Vasan from East London kicks us off this Friday morning with this. Just look at your screen, this beautiful burnt-hued image of a faint tinge of yellow peeking through in the distance. It looks like something from The Lion King. And then Tercy Lutz from Cape Town captured this lovely silhouetted shot overlooking the city from the vantage point of UCT. Absolutely beautiful. And that is such a great way of showing off the glow cast from just behind the clouds. So thank you for that, Tercy. Well, let's look at your temperatures. If you're in Polokwane, today a low of 17 and a high of 28 can be expected. Mpumbela, a low of 21, a high of 30. If you're in Pretoria, 16, 26. Johannesburg, 15, reaching a high of 24. Some thunder showers for Mahikeng, 15 is your low, 27 your high. Klerksdorp, 14, reaching a high of 29. Kimberley, 11, 27. Bloemfontein, 8, 24. Richards Bay, 20, reaching a high of 27. Pietermaritzburg, 14 with a high of 23. Durban, 19, reaching a high of 26. Thunder showers in Mthatha, a low of 14, a high of 19. If you are in East London, 16 is your low, 20 your high. Cradock, 11, reaching a high of 22. Gqeberha, a west day ahead with a low of 15, a high of 20. George, 13, reaching a high of 17. Cape Town, partly cloudy, 16 is your low, 21 your high. Worcester, 12, reaching a high of 21. Sutherland, 8, 21. And Uppington, sunny ahead with a low of 15 and a high of 30 degrees Celsius. Well, that's where I leave your weather for now. I'll have another update shortly after 7.
We've got something very special for you. Hope you're ready for this, because there's something smooth coming. Very, very smooth. Now, Tropica has posted a little riddle on their social pages, and I feel like Graham needs to give you a little test this morning just to see if you can figure it out. So, when you're ready.
Smooth enough. I've been working on my smooth. I was waffling a little bit earlier, sorry, being International Waffle Day, but now I'm trying to be smooth. So, this is it, okay.
Use your riddle voice, eh? You have to use your riddle voice here.
A decade in the making. It's time for round 2. Something smooth is coming to you. Time to solve your first clue. Any guesses what this could be?
At the moment, I just know Tropica. That's as far as I know. That's all I know so far.
It's got to be something to do with an island. Surely, we want to hear from you. Please get your thinking caps on. Go on to the Tropica pages and tell us what you think it is, and use that hashtag Tropica.
Please do that and guess throughout this morning, and wild guesses are welcome too, and we'll announce something smooth towards the end of the show. So make sure you stick around for that. And remember Graham's riddle voice. It's fantastic.
Smooth.
Only you can make my day.
We just took him, we ripped him straight out of the TV and we put him on this couch, man. Mike Pedro is here and we love it because there is so much positive sentiment around this weekend's sporting action and, of course, a lot of excitement around F1. Ferrari, they definitely drew first blood in the season-opening F1 Grand Prix last weekend with Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz claiming a historic 1-2 for the Italian manufacturer. What a way to start the season. And it was a day to forget for the Red Bulls, conversely, with Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez both retiring from the race, not a point in the offing. Well, this weekend, the action is in Saudi Arabia. And with us to preview the action is a sports producer and anchor and belated birthday boy, Michael Pedro. Happy birthday, guy.
Thank you.
You're getting your just rewards this weekend with an amazing sporting lineup. Let's get onto the track. Saudi Arabia, I think, will host it beautifully. Yes. I have a feeling they're going to do it proper, which is great. But before we delve into what to expect for this weekend, let's go back through what was a thrilling season opener in Bahrain. Take a look at this. Wow, what a cool clip. That just sets the scene completely. I mean, there are so many different angles. First of all, can we just highlight the contrast between what the experience of a driver inside the F1 car versus the pitman, the race conductor outside of incredible stuff. Disastrous weekend for Red Bull. Obviously, Ferrari were able to capitalize, but they earned the right to capitalize because they were in it. It wasn't like they were gifted that victory. I mean, Leclerc was there. Perez was there. They earned that 1-2, the first in 46 years.
Yeah, 46 races since Ferrari actually last won a race. And then the first race of the season, they finished 1 and 2 on the podium. So, but I think that was coming. A lot of people predicted before last weekend that Ferrari were probably the most well-put-together team and the fastest car on the track from practice to qualifying to race day as well. But that clip there of Verstappen and Leclerc changing positions, that happened for the next 2 laps after that as well. And I think that's really what the new era of F1 is about, having more competitive cars, making overtaking a little bit easier. It was a minor issue, I think something to do with the fuel vacuum. So the car just eventually ran out of fuel, which, I mean, unless you're in South Africa, why are you running out of fuel? But it's a problem that they say they fixed. So they'll be hoping they can get back to where they were last season, because last season Red Bull obviously pushed Mercedes all the way in the constructors. Max ended up winning the Drivers' Championship. So they want to keep those levels going and they want to build that momentum from the beginning of this season to make sure that they aren't playing catch-up further down the road. But all signs point to the fact that they will have the car in order for this weekend and Perez and Verstappen can challenge near the top.
What does this mean for Mercedes? How should they be feeling about their 2 fiercest competitors starting the season with such fast cars? Ultimately, it looks like things are certainly clicking for Ferrari. We know where Red Bull are from last season. Where is Lewis Hamilton's mindset ahead of this weekend? Because he was still there and thereabouts, but by default.
I think it was a bit of a shock that they got P3 and P4 from last weekend because there wasn't a lot of hype around the car heading into the first weekend during pre-season. Testing didn't go as planned from what you could tell from reading some reports. So I think they'll be extremely happy with a podium place and then another points finish with George Russell in his first race for Mercedes as well. So I think they'll take what they can get from that first race and hopefully for them use this short turnaround to improve the car and make the necessary upgrades so they can compete at the top again.
Okay, let's put something on this. Okay, you're never coming back again unless you pick the winner from this weekend. Who's going to take it?
I think it'll be Ferrari again. I think Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz probably have the fastest cars on track. And I think it'll be between the 2 of them again. And
there's a bit of a buzz there in the Ferrari camp as well, which we absolutely love. Look at that. Haven't seen it for 46 races and 46 years. A 1-2, in fact. We're going to continue talking a little bit of sport. United Rugby Championship action. It's all there to do for the South African teams. They've just got to reach out and take it.
Well, today is International Waffle Day here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we're about to do a bit of a workout to, brace ourselves for all those calories we're about to consume. But when it comes to your chest muscles, they are some of the most powerful muscles in your upper body, and they play a very key role when it comes to pushing movements, anything from pushing the door open to simply washing your hair in the shower. It's all very important. And contrary to popular belief, you don't have to be able to bench press the weight of an elephant in order to build a big chest. And there are a number of ways you can build those muscles, and you can even do it at home. And here to show us how to do it is personal trainer Masi, and I'm seeing the weights and I'm excited.
Oh, wow.
I'm excited.
Your weights, my weights. All right. Good morning, Zanzi. So today we'll be doing all this chest exercises. So today we'll do 4 to 5 exercises.
Okay.
We'll take it nice. We'll break down everything today. So we'll start with the push-ups. I'll give you 2 variations of push-ups with the close grip and the wide one.
Okay. So let's get into that.
Let's get into that. So you can be on your knees, or I'll be on my toes.
I'll do the modified version.
Yes. All right. So we'll start with the hands with the shoulder width apart. So right there. Nice. So you want to take it nice and slowly, so you don't rush it. I love slow movements, right? Because you can feel all that tension to your muscle, right? And you can put that focus. You know, when you're doing stuff fast, sometimes you tend to lose the technique, right? Okay. Okay, so with this push-up, you can do between 10 to 12 repetitions. You can do 3 sets if you want. So I want us to change it for the second exercise. So now, instead of keeping our hands just underneath our shoulders or in those perimeters, so I want to take it nice and a little bit
Ooh,
wider.
we're going wider.
Yes. So you want that full tension from your chest, just outside of your shoulders. All right. Right from there, same thing. Yeah. Can you feel the difference?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
And you can feel it's targeting different muscles.
There we go. Push.
I have to say, I love the modified version.
Life must be nice. All right. So we change it from there. So we're gonna turn it over. So we're gonna start doing the dumbbells press as well. So you can do it at the gym. You can do it at home as long as you've got the dumbbells. All right. Nice that we're using the floor.
We are using the floor, and the nice thing is if you don't have dumbbells at home, you can use water bottles.
There we go.
Man.
All right. So, starting nice, flat right here. All you do, so you want to focus, bring those dumbbells in, back out. Right, straight there. Push.
It's very important to work on your breathing.
Yes. Last 2.
I'm laughing because these are very light. I would normally do about 5 kgs with these.
There we go. We can swap. We can swap. You know. Well,
Okay, you can keep the heavy ones for
all right.
now.
So now you kind of you want to target your lower chest, like just underneath. So we're gonna keep our body in a bridge position, right? So right here, push it to the bridge. Right there.
Oh, I need the dumbbell.
Yes, you need your dumbbells.
Okay.
I don't know if you can feel the difference.
Oh, I've never done it like this.
Yes. So in the gym, you'll find there's a decline bench. Yes.
And this helps with that.
Yes. I know guys love this exercise.
So what targets, which muscle groups is different this way compared to just doing it flat?
So with flat, you just want to target just the pec minor. So now you want to target the pec major, but at the lower. So just to explain it better. So when you're doing flat, so that means you just want to target right here. So now, when you do it on a declined way, so you want to target from the pec major. I know guys love this exercise, but ladies can do it as well.
And it's quite nice for the ladies.
All right, so I want us to stand up. Okay, we're gonna do pec flies. Right here, you don't want to drop your elbows. You want to keep them on the 90 degrees. So all you do from there, just close it up. Easy. Usually using the machine to do this.
I haven't. I find the machines at the gym quite intimidating.
Ooh.
So I prefer the workouts that I can do from home.
There we go. This you can do anywhere.
Yes.
There we go.
And this really gets into the shoulder blades.
Yes. See, when you're doing the chest muscles or all these exercises that we just finished now, there's always gonna target your shoulders, your arms, as a secondary primary movers, okay, because it assists the chest to do all these exercises.
So all the muscles are interlinked. Masi, it's always so great having you here. Thank you so much for joining us today. And hopefully you learned a thing or two when it comes to the muscles. And also, these are workouts you can do in gym as well as at home. And you don't need much equipment. Just some dumbbells.
Just
if you don't even have dumbbells, water bottles will do.
Yes. Thank you, thank you.
Simple as CBD should be.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yep, we are rocking our way into a big sporting weekend. Plenty to feel positive about from a South African perspective. Yes, our ladies are through to the semi-finals of the ICC Cricket Women's World Cup. That we can get excited about. Likewise, the South African teams in the URC, they'll be looking to keep their winning momentum going into this weekend as they look to make it 3 clean sweeps in a row. What a change in complexion. So later on tonight, we've got the Lions taking on the Ospreys. Tomorrow, the Stormers, they'll tackle Ulster. That's a tough one, while the Sharks take on Edinburgh. And then the Bulls face the Dragons. And with us to preview all of the action is our sports producer, anchor, and belated birthday boy, Michael Pedro. Buddy, we can get excited about the United Rugby Championship because after a very shaky start, and albeit, yes, with lots of factors kind of weighing in there, I think we've found a bit of balance and we've enjoyed our home ground advantage. We've started to climb up the table. Can we be hopeful here? How are we feeling about the tournament as a whole?
Yeah, I think a lot more positive than we were maybe this time last year when teams weren't really putting in performances. A lot of the Springbok guys were away from their local franchises. And you didn't really see where this SA teams were going to get victories from. Now, playing on home soil for the last 2 weeks, having all the Springboks back. Also, the European sides haven't had their internationals because of the Six Nations. So there's a lot of factors contributing into what this run has been. But you can't take credit away from the performances.
You've got to capitalize when those opportunities arrive because it goes both ways. And the international, I mean, the overseas-based teams have had those same opportunities with the local franchises. You talk about players missing. Ospreys missing 11 or so of the international stars. So you would think another gap for the Lions. They've just scraped through against an undermanned Munster last weekend. How are you feeling about their chances tonight?
Yeah, I think the Lions lines have improved dramatically over the last couple of weeks. At the beginning of the season, you didn't really see where they were going to pick up a win unless they were playing against Zebra, to be honest. But now they seem to be clicking a little bit more. The game plan seems to be coming to the fore, and there's a lot more structure in their play. I think in the beginning it was very erratic, not very solid or organized on defense, but they've sorted that out, and they have so much attacking flair in their forward play that they can then express themselves and open teams up almost at will. And I think that victory over, albeit a weakened Munster side last week, will definitely give them a boost for this weekend, and they'll hope for the rest of the season as well.
Yeah, and the individuals, like you say, are really putting their hand up. They would just shoot themselves in the foot with defence, but they, like you say, getting that together. Let's look at Ulster. 7 Irish internationals and 1 Dwayne Vermeulen. How terrified must the Stormers be to come up against that man? Just him alone.
I think it'll be weird for them, because obviously he used to play for the Stormers, and now he's going to be playing against them. Look, that happens in professional sport all
for
the time.
sure, but he's like the hardest man in rugby, surely, man.
I mean, good luck to Evan Roos, who has to now stand up to him in that 8th man position.
But that's kind of like, there's something serendipitous about this, because if anyone is going to step into that berth in the next kind of 3-4 years, Evan Roos has got to be, is he not one of the most exciting players on the circuit?
He definitely is, and I mean, some of the hits that he took last weekend, I think he scored a try as well, where he just sort of burst through like 3 or 4 players as if they weren't even in front of him. He's definitely someone who is being tipped to take over that 8th man berth from Dwayne Vermeulen at national level. So it'll be interesting. It's sort of like the past and the present and the future. So I think that'll be a matchup to definitely look forward to this weekend.
Fireworks, we love it, and we hope that the Stormers will unlock that open play that they do so well as well. Let's move to the Sharks. Our highest-ranked South African team, playing like a team with the superstars that they have in it. And also, I think you're starting to see how valuable it is having senior players with that experience when you're bringing in the fussies of the world, how much they kind of are brought alive in that space. But they're taking on Edinburgh this weekend, which is probably going to be the stiffest of the opposition. This is going to be a test.
Definitely, and I think there's a lot of incentive for the Sharks heading into this game. The Sharks are 6th on the log, Edinburgh are 5th. If the Sharks win, they jump above Edinburgh in the table. So there's a lot riding on this game for both teams. And the Sharks have put together decent performances over the last couple of weeks. They've started games quite slowly, but they've managed to bring it back in the second half. They'll be hoping for a fast start against Edinburgh, just to put the pressure on them, make them think a little bit, change their game plan. But the Sharks are looking in a very good position.
And their game management has been good, and I think that stands them in really good stead. And then you just need 1 or 2 of those superstars in the back line to fire on all cylinders, or that beast of a rolling maul to just carry it forward. Is the South African team going to win this thing? Hey, can we start to believe? How are you feeling about it?
I think let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still have a lot of games to play. We still have to go to Europe as well. So, but all signs are in the right direction. There is improvement, there is consistency in performances now. I just worry if we lose 1 or 2 Springbok players, if there's a couple of injuries, you question squad depth in some of the teams, but there is reason to be excited.
We can be excited, my friends. Who needs Super Rugby? We've got the United Rugby Championship. So much to be excited about. A certain Raul de Mornay doing amazing things on the sand. I'll get into that in just a moment. Mike, thank you so much, my brother.
So it's all things waffles this International Waffle Day, and if you thought it could not get any better, then you haven't tried our Clover Cheddar Waffle Chips. You heard right. It's the next level way of having chips that oozes with elite taste, elite quality, and elite texture of Clover cheese, all in one scrumptious bite.
Clover cheese is for those who love life, where everything falls into place and melts away our cares, adding joy and stretching our imagination. Elite quality, elite taste, elite texture.
Made with love by Clover.
So let's go. The thing is, I brought in a chef that's my size, so you can guarantee that this recipe will be very short. But it will also be very tasty and delicious. We have Chef Thando Manyoni, one of the most incredible chefs, a recipe developer, an extraordinary culinary mind of the future, also voted 10 times as Future Chef of the Year in the culinary extravaganza held on the 30th of Feb every year. But anyway, hi, Chef. Hey.
Hi. Okay.
Welcome.
Okay, that intro.
This is going to be great.
Yeah, it's great. We're going to keep it short.
Did I catch you with the intro? Do you feel lifted
I'm
and hyped?
like, wait, I was nominated where?
It's an award ceremony that happens 30 Feb every year.
Who's the judge?
There's a guy called Niemand.
What?
Just something Mr. Niemand. He's a lovely guy. Right.
Not with you.
So let's... So when you say waffle chips, can you just try and... I'm trying to get my mind around it because I know chips, I know waffles. How is this going to
Now
combine?
imagine opening a bag of chips and finding cheesy waffles.
I'm salivating.
That's what we're doing.
Okay, let's do it now, because now I think this part's quite important, because everybody's got their own hack for a waffle batter, which is important. So let's go with yours.
Okay, so mine is we're going to do dry and wet.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to go in with baking powder. You always want to make sure a baking powder is not older than 6 months. Otherwise, you're not going to get a fluffy waffle.
I get you.
Yeah.
So the younger the baking powder, the sweeter the waffle.
The fluffier the waffle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you
Makes
go.
sense, actually. It's like
Garlic
life.
powder. Garlic powder and some salt.
Okay, salt's always a good activator. And
then
this is
on
good.
this side, we've got 2 eggs, about a cup of milk, and then oil.
Okay, so yeah, so dry and wet together, that's great. And then also with the dry ingredients, and the savory element is where we put the salt in and the garlic powder to give it that savory note. I suppose you'd probably do a sugar if you are going to do something sweeter, right?
A chocolate chips.
Lovely.
All those...
This is great, though. While you're doing that, I just want to let you know that we're going to use Clover Elite cheese.
Yes.
And Clover Elite cheese is actually perfectly crafted due to its 5-step crafting process. Hear me out for a second. It brings you the cheesiest cheese. It's superior, its quality, its taste, and its texture as well. And you can use any of your favorite Clover Elite cheese variants in this recipe, like adding feta for a crumbly texture on the top. And if you do need a little kick, you can also add chili, which is my favorite.
Yeah.
I love a little bit of chili. In fact, I brought chilies from home. Just in case, because I know they never put chilies on set. So
you brought them from home?
Yes. I brought chilies from home. I actually always carry chili. You know Beyonce carries hot sauce? That's right. I carry chilies in my bag.
And then you just bite it like that.
And then I would just have a nice bite of it just to get a kick for the day, which is great. What do you mean? Like what? Spicy?
Is that what you're going with?
I'm going to chop your chives, okay? Where are your chives going to go? Is that going to be
They're going to go
afterwards?
inside as well,
Okay, I'm going to just do this for you very quickly.
I'm going to use
Also, our waffle iron is nice and hot, so when you're ready, we can actually do it. And I think there's also quite important to mention that the waffle iron itself...
Yeah.
I've seen so many people have these queries on the online surveys around why the waffle iron's not working. I've just bought this thing, what's going on? And it turns out that a lot of people, when they put their batter in, they don't allow your batter to bubble just a little bit before you close it. Because then you get the color on both sides, which is quite important. So
like making a pancake. Like before you flip it, you wait for the bubbles before.
And the same thing happens with your waffle iron at home. Just a quick hack for you in case you need one.
Okay.
Which is good.
Then I'm going to go in here with our cheese.
And this is where the cheesiness comes from, which is great.
Great. And some bacon bits as well.
You just said great to cheese. I'm proud of you. Right. Bacon.
Bacon bits and then some pepper as well.
And I think this is kind of where you get creative with it, right? Where you want to add your thing.
Anything.
If you want to go a different route out of the bacon thing, you can throw in something else. Because I mean, I can only imagine, like, just say you had like a roast chicken last night. Leftover chicken, shred it up nicely,
and put that
throw it in there. Come on.
Make it
Think
like a
about
chicken mayo. I'd eat this with me.
Right,
as well.
but
And
you
then
could do
it's like
that.
Shredded chicken in the Listen, okay, come.
Okay, well, can I do the chilies in there?
Yes.
Yay!
Well, I mean, you did bring them from home. They had
Yes, I did. I have to I didn't do too much
like
because
the salt, you know the salt bag.
the salt. I'm chili bay. I see my glasses and I'm good to go.
Okay,
I didn't do too much, and then can I go chives in there?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go now. Ooh, chives to keep you alive. There we go.
God.
I put a train track in there as well.
I saw.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah, you're chopping
Yes, a train track is basically when you don't cut the chive all the way through, or whatever you're cutting all the way through, then you get a nice little train
there we
track.
go.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, so let me just, I need to help you, and the thing is, this is where you need supervision.
Okay.
Especially small people, like us and kids. This is where, because it's
I'm
very
very
hot.
happy you included yourself.
No,
I thought you were going to say me. I was
us.
like,
No, trust me, this is in this together. Okay, so this is where we're going to go. And then how long do you think we're going to take on this? The waffle, it obviously just goes on, right?
Already, yeah.
So you're going to spoon this in. That's
Yes.
bold. I know some people like going fancy and put it into a piping bag and stuff, but we didn't have time for that. It's the weekend.
And we're at home.
Right?
We're at
relaxing. This is great. Okay, so this is the little recipe we did, I told you we're going to be nice and quick with it. If you want to get any of the ingredients or the method, go to expressoshow.com. And if you missed out on any of the steps, we have something profound for you. It is a recap that we did together. Just watch our hands in this thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
Made with love by Clover. Only you can make my day.
I hope you'll always know how much I love you. I hope that you never stop learning and growing. That you'll be brave and joyful and kind. And that one day, when you look at me and I look at you, we'll love the wonderful you that you've become. It all begins with purity.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. Happy Friday, by the way, and hot on the heels of his coming-of-age debut album, we have a guest for you. Spirit of Ubuntu was the name of that album. The multi-talented Zurum Katini joins us in studio to talk about his newly released music video titled Lendlela. Let's take a quick sneak peek. Can I tell you, that was the scene set out. It's just like a taste bud tantalizer just for you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And introducing Zurum Katini on your couch, matching it as well. Look at this, man. Look at this person here. Look at that. Can I tell you, anybody who can come through on a breakfast show, right, where it's quite cold outside and have an open shirt, that is the type of creativity that I look for in life. I'm just saying. Come on now. Zulu, welcome.
I'm so excited you said my surname right. I was like crossing fingers. I'm like, will he get it? Will he get it? And you do better than everybody, so 10 out of 10 for me.
Thank you so much. No, I feel like maybe some people just go Makatini, the surname sometimes. No, I must do it properly. It's very important, my man.
I have to say it, it's two different surnames, Makatini and Makatini.
Yeah.
You know, we have different clan names, so you have to make sure that you get it right.
That's exactly it, man.
Yeah.
But we're so happy to have you here.
Glad to be
we're
back.
happy you're matching our couch, which is great. Our Goma is matched nicely here. Thank you very much. You look good, man. And so tell me a bit more about Lendlela, which is, you know, just something very, very special attached to Spirit of Ubuntu, which you're very, very excited about. I want to know what the story is behind these powerful offerings that you've kind of brought to the world.
Oh, man, it's growth, it's maturity. I just went through a journey myself, and I think just before pandemic, I was going through transitions myself. I felt like I'm reaching the right age to start my legacy project. And obviously with legacy, you need more substance. You need to leave a message, and I needed something that has more substance.
Yeah.
That's why we spoke of spirit of Ubuntu, unity, and the coming together. Because I worked with a lot of great artists on the album, and I felt that everybody contributed and played a role as a community to make sure that this sound comes out the way it should be.
So music is the vehicle for you to go through those paces in your life, right? And I feel like that's why music is so honest.
Yeah.
Because you can share with the world your struggles, your strife, but also at the same time, people who are going through something similar, you give them a bit of comfort.
Yeah.
Which is great, because that essentially is the spirit of Ubuntu. It's a collective experience, saying that we are together, we need to share whatever we have. And I feel like I felt that with regard to this. Is that essentially what the album is about? Is that spirit of Ubuntu is about that sharing of your journey?
Yes.
And actually connecting it with your listeners.
And also, I think after post-pandemic, I think it's also important that we speak on how important we need each other.
Absolutely.
Like, this is the time for everybody to help someone else instead of thinking of what someone else can do for them.
Yeah.
And speaking of Ilendlela, it's about the journey.
Yes.
It's a motivational song. I'm just trying to get everybody back into the spirits of knowing that no matter what you're going through, your struggles, your trials and tribulations, the journey continues.
Indeed.
It won't be like this forever. Somewhere along the line, things will get better, and there's light at the end of the tunnel.
This is great, man, because the thing is, not only do you have an open shirt, you have an open mind, which is important.
And I have an open shirt because I'm warm-blooded.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I can feel the warmth from you, man. And I think everybody's felt that too, like Black Motion and Holly Ray, some of your collaborators.
Yes.
What was it like working with those two super talents?
I think, man, just the people that contributed to the album and helped me with this.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much to everyone that was involved.
Oh, man.
But people like Black Motion, superstars, global icons.
Right.
For them to come and believe and share their vision with me.
Yeah.
Holly Ray, we grew up together in Durban. We used to work back in Bat Sense around the same time.
What?
Making music, dancing. So that's how I met her. And then I've got the legendary Maotela Queens.
Oh, man.
On the album as well.
Man.
So thank you to the legends as well for supporting me and giving me their vocals.
Well, this is great. So not only are the vocals there, but now there's a big year ahead of us. You said that you've learned so much, which is great. And I love the learning. I love the teaching. We all need to learn something. Now we've got 2022 ahead.
Yeah.
We've still got some months left over. What other things can we expect from you with regard to your creative process and hopefully a new offering, perhaps?
No. I think we're going to just continue with the album. We've
Great.
got more visuals. So it's a 3-part project.
Nice.
It was the making of the music.
Yes.
Now we're doing the videos, and we want to shoot videos for all the songs. And last but not least, we want to do a full tour around South Africa and obviously continentally, just to make sure that we share the music and feel the experience of the Sonics.
And in terms of the locations, have you done the location scouting, music video-wise?
Yeah. Well, right now we're pushing the Lentela video, which is out.
Yes.
The next one is the one with Buhle. It's called Asambe.
Yeah.
Buhle and Maotela Queens. So we're shooting that in KZN. I really want it to be dance-heavy. I want color.
Yes.
I want joy.
Yes.
It must be festival.
You have to feel it. You have to be part of the music video, watching the music video. That's the power right there.
Definitely.
I'm excited for you, man, and I think it's so great to have you here. We cannot wait to see you perform. It's going to be proper fire. I feel it.
On stage?
Of course I'm going to join you. I'm the backup dancer. Zurum Katini is here just to make sure that you are feeling good and taking you into the Friday. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here in S3.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Cannot await an unforgettable performance coming your way this morning, so don't move a muscle. But right now, let's talk about what you can score when you experience Red. You really can unlock more with Vodacom Red. We've been covering it for the last couple of months. Some amazing rewards and benefits that simply cannot be missed throughout this month.
I know, and finally we can get our hands on the new Samsung Galaxy S22. Now take a look at this. Switch to Red and unlock your passion with a free rugby jersey. Now you can get this amazing new Samsung Galaxy S22 on a 10 gigabyte Red Core More data plan with 800 minutes for only 1,499 Rand per month, plus a free Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 valued at 5,499 Rand. And of course, you also get yourself some Samsung Galaxy Buds Live valued at 2,999 Rand. All of that for free.
For free! That is incredible. That is a very, very good deal. I've been kind of scouring the market lately, and that is very, very good. And obviously the free tech is amazing. But for me, I love some of the other lifestyle benefits that are rolled in. There is no doubt that Vodacom Red has some great benefits, especially the Red VIP. So get this on a Red VIP plan. You can get that Samsung Galaxy S22 on a 30 gig Red VIP plan with unlimited minutes for only $1,949 plus per month. Plus you get then as well the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4, Classic eSIM and Buds Live for free. So you are creating your whole Samsung ecosystem. Absolutely love it.
Things. I mean, how amazing is that? Plus you get the opportunity to get yourself that free rugby jersey. It's just free.
Free, and it's just got to try and now decide which team are you supporting in the United Rugby Championship, and now that fans can actually get back in the stadium. Are you going to wear your jersey at an actual game? Well, we've got lots of home games coming up, so plenty to be excited about on that front. Vodacom just keeps on delivering the goods, so why not experience Red and unlock more for yourself with Vodacom?
Switch to Red and get the Samsung Galaxy S22 for 1,499 Rand and a rugby jersey, Watch 4 and Galaxy Buds Live free. Further together, Vodacom.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are still live with Expresso. And yes, we are getting smoother. And nice waffle, by the way.
Thank you.
Because that was some fantastic
waffle.
Are you
the talking
the 30th of February, that was just pure waffle.
Thank you. But I told you, it's International Waffle Day, and you and I do that so well. Right.
We are wafflers.
Have you answered the riddle? That's actually the question we wanted to ask you on Tropica's pages yet. Hopefully you have.
I'm nowhere close, man. We're really going to need your help. So here it is again, okay? A decade in the making.
Ooh.
It's time for round 2. Something smooth is coming to you. Time to solve your first clue.
Can I just say that the Batman casting director missed a beat by not getting Graham involved?
Come on, man.
I'm just saying, that would have been fantastic. But we want to hear from you. Go onto the Tropica pages and tell us what you think it is with the hashtag Tropica.
I wonder if anyone's on the money. Now, let's see what people are saying. So Aisha Brown says, second round of Island Games or a second round of new amazing flavors coming our way. I like that suggestion. Or a double flavor coming. Come on. Come on,
that's
crazy.
Actually quite cool. I don't mind that.
Imagine.
Fozzie Abrams, Clover, I can't think. Hashtag Tropica 2022. I love. You know what? Be honest.
It's a safe place.
Be honest. That's all it is.
I love it. I love the fact, even if you don't know, you can let us know that you don't know, because we're in the same boat here. We are dying to find out what that riddle means. So guess throughout this morning, we'll announce something really smooth towards the end of the show.
Yes.
Oh, I like the idea of a blended flavour.
You know what I'm saying? This comes straight from the Riddler.
Guava pine. Imagine.
Oh, the excitement is real on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And speaking of those social media comments, let's take a look at what you had to say about this morning's Good Morning Post. We are celebrating Waffle Day on your Feel Good Breakfast show. And I wanted to know from you, what are some of your favorite toppings? And this is what you had to say. Daphne says, good morning all. Waffles with cracked salt ice cream and cream is my indulgent breakup day treat. Ooh, that sounds amazing. Mersha Abrams says, my favorite waffle is the ordinary vanilla ice cream with golden syrup, yum, yum. I am with you on that, Mersha. Then Ambrosia says, good morning, family. My favorite is vanilla ice cream with chocolate. Happy Friday. Ooh, that sounds good. Tamarone says, good morning. My absolute favorite topping on the waffle is bacon and maple syrup. It's delicious. I have to say that is quite a nice savory breakfast option. And then Michelle says, good morning, everyone. Barone chocolate syrup and some vanilla ice cream with pistachios. Ooh, all of these toppings sound amazing. If you would love to weigh in and let us know what your favorite toppings are on top of the waffles, head on over to social media and don't forget that hashtag Expresso Show.
Welcome to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. A little news update for you. The Reserve Bank's Monetary Policy Committee has decided to increase the interest rate by 25 basis points. The increase, the third in a row since November, brings the repurchase rate to 4.25% and the prime lending rate to 7.7%. The president of the Reserve Bank, Lesetja Kanyago, says the current repurchase rate reflects an accommodating policy stance in terms of which consumers will still be able to afford loans while the economy is still recovering. Finance Minister Enoch Godongwana, meanwhile, says the government is in talks to cushion the impact of record petrol price hikes in South Africa over the coming months. Responding to verbal questions in Parliament, Godongwana has said that this intervention would likely be temporary, with National Treasury and Department of Mineral Resources and Energy also considering long-term options to help alleviate fuel prices. Godongwana did not specify what exact measures would be introduced, as the discussions are private and still ongoing. On to international news. US President Joe Biden says NATO has never been more united, the opposite of what Russia's President Putin expected to happen. Biden spoke after NATO leaders had approved major increases of the alliance's forces in Eastern Europe at an emergency summit in Brussels, Belgium. 4 new battle groups made up of 40,000 troops will be sent to Slovakia, Hungary, Bulgaria, and Romania, and the UK will send 6,000 more missiles to Ukraine. Meanwhile, President Zelensky has asked people everywhere to take to the streets in a show of support to mark 1 month of the Russian invasion. Ethiopia's government has declared a humanitarian truce in its 16th-month conflict with forces from the northern Tigray region. The civil war has left more than 5 million people needing food aid, yet none has been delivered to Tigray since mid-December. The head of the World Health Organization, Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, who is actually from Tigray, has described the situation there as catastrophic and accused the Ethiopian government of preventing aid from getting through. Reports will have it that people are dying of hunger and a lack of medical supplies. Now, a young Ukrainian girl named Emilia Anisovich went viral after singing Let It Go while taking cover in a bomb shelter as Russian forces destroyed people's homes. The video showed Emilia serenading her neighbors in the shelter with Let It Go in Ukrainian. Now, Kristen Anderson-Lopez, the American lyricist known for co-writing the song for the film Frozen and its 2019 sequel Frozen 2, reached out to Emilia with a heartfelt post after seeing the viral video. A few weeks later, Emilia and her brother left for Poland to be with their grandmother, and she was invited to sing at a huge charity concert held at the Atlas Arena in Lodz, Poland. She sang the Ukrainian national anthem dressed in a traditional outfit of pink and beautiful embroidered blue and red flowers before thousands in attendance at the concert called Together with Ukraine. The funds raised will go to the Polish Humanitarian Action Group working to provide psychological support and aid for refugees from Ukraine, especially elderly people and women and children. That is a fantastic and beautiful story. Just to wrap up your news for this particular hour, another update in 1 hour just for you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show as Graham gives you the latest in sport.
Well, after that beautiful story, we have to start on a positive note, and luckily we can, as South Africa have reached the semi-finals of the Women's Cricket World Cup. That happened yesterday when rain came in to wash out their crunch match against the West Indies in Wellington. But as a result, it means both teams received a point from the abandoned fixture, and that puts South Africa second on the table to Australia and not beyond the reach of their rivals for that playoff spot. So the Proteas will be gunning for a spot in the final for the first time after making it to the last 4 back in 2000. and 2017, and they certainly have the personnel to do it. Now, no stranger to the big moments, the Master Blaster himself, MS Dhoni, has stepped down officially as Chennai Super Kings captain. That's before the official Indian Premier League start, and will be replaced by India's all-rounder Ravindra Jadeja. Now, there were rumours that the 40-year-old would retire at the end of last season, but the wicketkeeper was retained before this season's mega auction. The former Indian captain is the most successful IPL captain in history, in fact, in terms of wins, with 121 from 204 games. He led the Chennai's to the titles in 2010, 2011, 2018, and again last year. This IPL starts officially tomorrow and then runs up until the 29th of May. And on to rugby. Plenty of positive sentiment there as well, as the four domestic teams have now made the most of their home ground advantage against their international rivals in the last 2 weeks, winning all 8 of their home matches. And with the 4 of the next 5 rounds being hosted in South Africa, they're going to be determined to capitalise further on this as they look to establish their positions on the top end of the table. So the Lions will kick off the round against the Ospreys in Johannesburg. That's tonight at 7. Then the Stormers, they'll be the first domestic team to take to the field tomorrow when they host Ulster in Cape Town. That's at 3 o'clock. Dwayne Vermeulen coming down to Cape Town again for that one. And this will be followed by clashes between the Sharks and a very strong Edinburgh, out just 1 rank above them on the table, in fact. That's in Durbs at 5:05. And then the Bulls and Dragons do battle in Pretoria at 7:15 tomorrow. The recent form of the local teams has seen them climb up the table. We've got the Sharks, Stormers and Bulls lying 6th, 7th and 8th respectively, while the Lions, they've got a lot of work to do down in 13th, but they've certainly got the opportunity to do it this weekend. And then finally on to Formula 1. 4-time world champion Sebastian Vettel could end up missing the second round of the Formula 1 season, again because of COVID-19. This after his Aston Martin team have now confirmed that he is yet to travel to Saudi Arabia for this weekend's race. So the German missed last weekend's Bahrain Grand Prix after testing positive. He has yet to return a negative result that would allow him to travel and then, of course, race. Nico Hülkenberg is again on standby to deputise and could race in Jeddah. And then on to one final amazing story that, oh man, almost reduced most of us to tears. Ryle de Mornay has once again been crowned the king of the beach. Our very own Ryle produced a sprinting masterclass to roll back the years and once again be crowned South Africa's king of the beach when it comes to sprinting. So Ryle beat longtime friend, club and provincial and international teammate Siobhan Clark, who's also been on fire in recent years. Recently was a medal winner at the Africa Life-Saving Championships in Egypt. Ryle, we are so proud of you, my friend. I know he didn't have the highest hopes going into this, but clearly still at the top of his game. That's where we leave our sport for now. We'll delve into our weather next.
Oh, well, unfortunately, we're not starting off with great news in your weather. At least one person has died after a huge tornado tore through New Orleans in the U.S., destroying homes and taking out power. Videos showed the dark funnel cloud plowing through neighborhoods on Tuesday night, blowing off rooftops and overturning cars. It hit the same suburb that was devastated by Hurricane Katrina in 2005. Officials in the eastern St. Bernard district said rescuers were still searching for people who may be trapped after one person was killed and several injured. Several tornadoes were produced by a storm front working its way across southern U.S. states since Monday, bringing heavy rain and powerful winds to Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and causing the death of a woman in Texas. A storm chaser in Texas also filmed the terrifying moment. A driver is hit by a tornado in Texas, tossing his pickup truck into the air and flipping it over. Moments later, the vehicle lands back on its wheels and the driver speeds off seemingly unscathed. Well, on that very scary note, that's where we leave your weather news for now. Let's turn our attention to your sunrise views. Now, Venmala Govender from Chatsworth and KZN captured this beautiful silhouetted image at 5:30, just as the sky begins to lighten up in the distance. And Suzette Kuhn from Jeffreys Bay sent us this gorgeous ocean view, showing off the sun shining through the clouds, covering cover and reflecting perfectly in the ocean. It looks like a screensaver. Thank you for those beautiful sunrise photos, but let's quickly look at your temperatures. Polokwane, a low of 17, a high of 28. Mbombela, 21, reaching a high of 30. Thunder showers in Pretoria, 16, 26. Johannesburg, 15, reaching a high of 24. Mahikeng, 15, 27. Cloudsthorpe, 14, 29. Partly cloudy in Kimberley today with a high of 27. Bloemfontein, 8, 24. Richards Bay, 20, reaching a high of 27. Some thunder showers can be expected in Maritzburg with a low of 14, a high of 23. Durban, 19, 26. Mthatha, 14, reaching a high of 19 for today. Some rainy conditions in East London, a low of 16, a high of 20. Cradock, 11, reaching a high of 22. Rainy conditions in Gqeberha, a low of 15, a high of 20. George, 13, with a high of 17. Cape Town, 16, 21. Worcester, 12, also reaching a high of 21. Sutherland, 8, 21, and a sunny day ahead in Uppington, a low of 15 and a high of 30 degrees Celsius. Well, if you have a beautiful sunrise photo that you would love to share with us, please head on over to the Expresso Facebook page and you can simply post your picture over there.
Thanks a lot, Zozo. Now, it is time for your first performance by somebody we met a little bit earlier. This individual is a super talent, in my opinion. He has had such a great journey, which is why this song makes sense. And now, what a blast it's been to have Zurum Katini here with us. And he's got a brand new album out. Please support vocals from the local Spirit of Ubuntu, celebrating our African identity. And Zulu joins us with his first performance. Just released a music video for this one, so go check it out. Give it the likes and hits that it deserves. This is Lendlela.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How you doing? It's quite exciting to start this morning with you guys. It's a happy Friday. And Lendlela continues. Lendelia, higher, higher. Get off your seats. Lendelia, higher, higher. If you're in the car, turn it up a little bit. Lendelia, higher, higher. Sengiphume kwinhlupheko, manje sengiphethe inkululeko, ivulekile ingqondo. Awubheka unzima bekushizila vika vika zonke izitha angithi manje sengihambile manje sengikhulile Lendelia higher higher Africa, inkululeko, respect, Butilo, Asipapani, together as one, everyone, Masakoli Paneni, Lendelia, higher, higher. Come on, Masakulule, Lendelia, higher, higher. Shoot. Lendelia, higher, higher.
The feeling, the emotion, I felt it. The thing is, when you are barefoot, you are connected to the soil of the earth. And that's the most important thing. Lendlela, what a great track from Spirit of Ubuntu. You're going to get another song a little later called Showcase. And talking about showcases on your Feel Good Breakfast show, there's going to be something later that you need to stay there for, because JP Sebastian's going to need an ambulance.
Only you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. I'm so glad you stayed there. And I said JP Sebastian's going to need an ambulance. There was a reason for that, because there is a movie coming out that you are going to absolutely love. I feel like it's one of those movies that this director can always give you, where you don't need to think too much around everything. You just kind of just experience it. A lot of the upshots gliding past. I mean, that's the Michael Bay way, isn't it?
Your eyes are pleading to me, like, JP, please, I hope you switched off your brain. But you sent the guy who overthinks the most.
You see that? This is the thing about... I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
But last week, we were both saying, bro, like,
yes.
I mentioned the contract, and I was like, however, next week, the ambulance looks pretty tight. We'll see.
Okay, and before you get there, can we just take a little quick peek at what the ambulance looks like? I mean, I know you know what an ambulance looks like,
yeah,
but do you know what this movie looks like? Take a look.
Not sure you want to know after this movie.
The reason why I wanted to do this film was Michael Bay. The whole energy of this movie is something different than I've been a part of.
Here we go! Michael Bay is the consummate action director of his time. He has a very specific stylistic approach to the way that he tells stories.
And it has real stakes, emotional stakes.
Suspects have hijacked a red and white ambulance.
The advised suspect fled from the parking garage.
It felt like a small independent indie movie that we were doing in the back of an ambulance. And then I see the humongous explosion. I was like, oh, it's still a Michael Bay movie.
Working with Michael Bay, it was just wild from the first day.
I want the helo to come in from up here.
He likes to do practical shots.
And you're driving at 80 miles an hour, shooting at a helicopter with another helicopter behind it, and I'm going, what's happening?
We're not the bad guys. We're just the guys trying to get home.
I gotta get back to my wife and my son.
Does your wife know you're Rob Banks?
Michael loves an enthusiastic actor who has ideas.
He has a real reverence for actors. I think he really respects the process.
These guys are nut jobs. In 2 hours, they're either dead or in cuffs.
And it belongs in the theater, and I cannot wait for it to be in the theater.
Well!
Hopefully they'll leave the theater sweating.
Stop! You hear me? You're gonna hurt someone. We don't get to walk off into the sunset.
And that's what Ambulance looks like from Michael Bay. Now...
Unless you try to give the most diplomatic segue into...
I know what's going to happen. I know what's happening, okay? But here it comes. JP Sebastian, watching Ambulance. Now, given the fact that I love Michael Bay movies, only because...
Terms and conditions, Brad, go to the UN. This is amazing.
There's no knitting of any of the storyline. It's explosions, upshots, and it's done. Talk to me. It's the same thing.
JP, what did you think? Moreover, JP, why did you think?
Okay.
Right?
Yes, why did...
So, look, like you said, it's got to be action and it's just got to be propulsive. And I thought the reason this could be the one for Michael Bay, because I do not like him. I do not think he's a good director. I do not think he's talented. Whether it's... Like, people watch Bad Boys for a laugh. Like, we go, oh, let's put on a junk movie, and we do that for a laugh when I'm with my friends, you know, like late-night silliness kind of thing. Transformers. Like, the guy's a multi-millionaire that don't mean squat. We've seen this.
Pain and Gain.
Con Air, The Rock.
The Island, I
These
think.
are nostalgic for being brain switch-off type movies. And so you think, okay, the movie's just about a chase. After a bank robbery that's gone bad, surely it's at one setting. He doesn't need to move around too much. There's nothing that needs developing, design, thought, or anything like that. Just be propulsive, just be kinetic, and then the movie will write itself.
Yes.
So the bank robbery, there's nothing much to report on there. It goes sideways, and you kind of go, well, that was sort of uneventful. It doesn't feel necessarily like Michael Mann, Heat, or anything like that. It doesn't feel like Inside Man, even Spike Lee, etc., etc. So it doesn't have necessarily all the hallmarks of a good bank robbery movie, but it's the chase that counts, right?
Yeah.
And so, let's talk about the chase. This movie clearly was filmed during lockdown, during COVID, and so there's hard breaks between the chase that's happening outside and everything, like the actress said, Eliza Gonzalez, everything happening within the ambulance. And it doesn't feel like anything sows like organically between the actual chase that's happening outside and what is like trapped within. He's not able necessarily to split his mind between those two spaces. I'm not saying that in a mean way. It's just like he can't block between the action that's happening with the cars outside and the faces that are inside the ambulance, kind of thing. So there are these weird monotonous moments where it's like, okay, we're like fixing a cop who's been shot in the back of the ambulance for like the past 40 minutes. Scenes which, by the way, with his characteristic Michael Bay whipping of the camera and switching of, flashing from one scene to the next, actually put me on the edge of my seat for the wrong reasons. You know when you've got to you feel nar, and you've just got to go...
Sorry?
I had to look over my toes and do that breathe out thing because I nearly wanted to puke twice in this movie because of motion sickness. I don't usually get like that, but the guy is known for whipping from one angle to the next. Now, when you go on a roller coaster, something like the Cobra or whatever, the thrill of that is not that you blink every 3 seconds, Michael Bay. The thrill is a sense of constant. The thrill is a sense of steam.
But he loves movement. Like he does love that the camera's flying through, cars coming this way and that way.
And look, and there are whole moments, in fact, where those movements, like you were saying, like these weird, like sky shots. I'm like, wow, I want to see how that was done in behind the scenes. But nothing should actually be able to take you out of the movie to make you want to go, hey, maybe I'll watch the behind the scenes afterwards. What is pressing me into my seat in the very moment?
Okay.
Like I said, if I'm sitting on a roller coaster, I'm not making a point of not blinking every 3 seconds because it is the continuity that counts. And while you can't get that propulsive push you into the seat kind of feeling, it's at least the feeling of wanting to puke, which I got. I don't know, like guys, if you got epilepsy, you need to do your research on this movie. So maybe this wouldn't have been so bad if it wasn't like, 2 hours? Good grief. And a whole lot of illogical things. Why not just allow the woman to escape at the time when you just leave the ambulance? Maybe that's loose weight. Whatever. I don't get too nitpicky about, this was illogical, this was stupid. Because like I said, it's just an action movie. Okay. That's okay. But it's not a great action movie, guys.
So, in light of what you just said about being nar, how many popcorns for Ambulance from Michael Bay?
It's 4 out of 10. I'm sorry. Michael Bay is...
Now I'm nar.
Characteristically, if you guys dare try to call me an ambulance one of these days, I'm going to give you these hands. Or hand, whatever the situation calls for. Might be. Who knows what happened to me.
Wow,
Don't get me an ambulance, guys.
Ambulance, wee. There it is. So if you would like to go check it out, 4 popcorns from JP Sebastian. But a little bit later, there will be another movie, don't worry. And hopefully this one will have a bit more go, or come on. Is that they titled it a bit later. But this was JP Sebastian on the couch on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. But let's check out what Graham has to offer just for you.
Let's see if we can put a positive spin on this narrative just a little bit. So on the topic of emergency service vehicles, here's a way that you can come to the rescue for a bunch of our furry friends. We love this. The Animal Ambulance is a 24-hour emergency shelter for sick and abused animals. It was established back in 2002 as a registered non-profit that focuses on animals that are sickly or have come from abusive situations. And today we are joined by Animal Ambulance rep Katja van Dijk, who has some exciting news to share about an upcoming event. Katja now joins us on the line. A very good morning, Katja. How are you?
Morning. I'm good.
I love that. Now you've got the whole nation's attention, Katja. We are listening. We love it. Katja, I've got to start with this question and take you back to the beginning. What sparked the need for an animal rescue centre, and what happens to those animals once they're all healed up?
So Maria Muradi started Animal Ambulance in 2002 because our dogs were poisoned, and we didn't have a vehicle at the time to transport them to a vet. And we also had nobody to assist us at the time. So one of our dogs actually passed away, and one was lucky enough to pull through. And this whole situation ignited a spark in my mom, and she founded Animal Ambulance. So today, not only do we now transport for the public to private vets, but we also rescue shelters for sick and abused animals, which we then rehabilitate, and then they live out the rest of their days in our haven unless they get adopted by special souls.
Oh man, and we really do obviously want that forever home for them, but there are so many animals coming through your doors, I would imagine. How are you able to sustain the livelihood of some 300 odd animals? How do you guys keep it going?
So when you have so many animals, you know, and so many mouths to feed, you have to get really creative. So we run many fundraisers throughout the year where we try our utmost best to be self-sustaining. We do rely a lot on donations, but we do, you know, do our own thing to try and make funds. So we also manufacture our own products such as t-shirts, mugs, aprons. We've even gotten so creative as to make hand-forged knives. If you would like to see our products, you can go to our website, which is www.animalambulance.co.za.
Love the sound of that, and I hope the right person is listening right now. But you also get really creative with your engagement, and apparently Animal Ambulance is inviting the public to come and join the pups for a night of movies, popcorn, and even a little bit of camping. This sounds awesome. Tell us more.
Yes, so we're hosting our annual movie night. We've been doing this every year since 2018. Unfortunately, with COVID, we weren't able to do it, but now that it's almost over, we're back in action. So, yes, you're welcome to come and cuddle one of our rescues under the stars while watching a family-friendly movie. This year, we're going to be showing A Dog's Purpose, and all the ticket proceeds support our shelter. The doors open at 5 o'clock. So, yeah, come and enjoy a unique evening surrounded by 140 dogs.
I love it. So I'm going to add 2 warnings there. First, bring a box of tissues if you're watching A Dog's Purpose, and prepare to possibly leave with a puppy. That happens every time I engage with one of our rescue partners in that space. So I'm just going to put it out there. If people can't make it to this event or can't get hold of the products, how can people support? If the right funder is listening right now, what do you guys need?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, we do have many fundraisers throughout the year, which we're currently running a brick fundraiser to help extend our boundary wall for safety. The tickets for this can also be purchased through Cricket. If you go to the Cricket website, you can just type in Animal Ambulance and all our events will pop up. And then in September, we also have a family market and potjie competition, which we would love people to, you know, get involved. You also get, you know, meet all the animals at the shelter then. And then alternatively, we have our volunteer days every Saturday and Sunday where people can book to come and work with the animals. Otherwise, you can donate through SMS by sending the word HOME to 38114, or you can go to our website for all other donation options.
So basically what you're saying is there is absolutely no excuse to not get involved. There are so many ways that we can support your incredible efforts. I really look forward to welcoming you guys back for a bit of a potjie competition when you guys are about to embark on that next phase. But good luck with this event. It sounds absolutely amazing. And I think most importantly, thank you for doing the work that you are on the ground floor where it's most needed. Katja, we really do appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you so much for having me. I truly appreciate it.
Oh, the Animal Ambulance movie night will be taking place tomorrow. That's the 26th of March at their rescue centre in Pretoria, and they'll be showing the film A Dog's Purpose. Brace yourself, it's an emotional one, but please go and check out the details below and make a difference in the life of not just one, but many rescue animals in need of affection, and you'll get a bit of that TLC, that therapy in the process as well. There is nothing better. And what's more, invite the family or even make a date night idea. Can you imagine cuddling up with your boo and a puppy or 2? It's a match made in heaven.
Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso. And the thing is, you know, you've been guessing all morning. Just give me a second. Sorry, let's grab that
I'm
thing.
ready.
Thank you very much.
Here we go.
We wanted to reveal the answer to our Tropica riddle. Now, here it is. Only the best will suffice for the treasure that awaits.
That's right. Tropica Island of Treasure, it is back.
Yes! It's back, baby!
It's bigger, it's going to be better, and it is a decade in the making.
A whole decade. If you're not sure what that is, 10 years. It's a long time, okay? They've been working, refining, and making sure that Tropica Island Treasure is here, celebrating 10 seasons of this epic show.
Oh, and this season will be with the best of the best, an all-stars season.
Well, when you say all-stars, I'm telling you, it's all-star Alice, okay? So
All
follow
stars.
Tropica next week as we'll be asking you to solve the clues to who the all-stars will be for a chance to win your share of, hear this, 20,000 Rand for you.
There
Come
we
on.
go. And you can definitely look forward to the smooth times ahead. Is
Yeah,
it
man.
smooth?
Thank you. Look at that. So good.
Oh man, Zurum Katini is here performing songs off his debut album. He has grounded us, he has taken us to the heavens, he has taken us on a journey this morning as he has done with his incredible album. And I challenge you now, if your chest isn't pumping by the end of this one, you're probably still asleep. Even if you're still asleep, it's gonna be pumping. It's time for Showcase.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to take you to KZN right now. Wherever you at, you're about to feel the Zulu in the building. You're about to feel the Zulu in the building. Nangu show, oh nangu case, oh nangu show, oh nangu case, oh show, case, show, case, show, case, show, case. Eyifuna masambo singene, eyintwana ngathi usenkingeni. Bathanda ukukhuluma nge-beef, but never me like a vegan. Le namba ingikhumbuza Japani, lesigubhu ngiphendula udyaveli. I'm serving life behind these bars, intwana ngathi iphume ejeli. Le ntwana ikhohlwa kumele ikhulu, for the soap kumele uvule, for the paper kumele uvule. All the haters mela amajita vela vumbuke, hippie pop vela dubule, shopping blogger vela duzuke. I'm gonna need you guys to stay with me. Maki get up on the show, let go the shazzy petty case. Maki get up on the show, let go the shazzy petty case. Show, case, show, case, show, case, show, case. Maki get up on the show, let go the shazzy petty case. Maki get up on the show, let go the shazzy petty case. Show, case, show, case, show, case, show, case. Kule represent this pizza, fana konke sekushintsha ipizza. Ngomwethu ntwana uvelu, asikhanda ucash njengofeti leads. Hayibo, osiyeke isibhizi, you're on track, better press delete. Your rap's got so many flaws, your artwork, mele ufake ibhilidi. Shame, we are not one and the same. Smile, I'm so good in this rap, that nothing is funny as a game. Lama raps avela shelele, lama raps avela teleke. Soka cheka ngekuqedeke, soka cheka ngekuqheleke. Maki get up on the show, let go the shazzy petty case. Maki get up on the show, let go the shazzy petty case. Usho, case, usho, case, usho, case, usho, case. Maki get up on the show, let go the shazzy petty case. Maki get up on the show, let go the shazzy petty case. Usho, case, usho, case, usho, case, usho, case. I'm here to rap for you guys. I'm gonna hit you with one verse. I'm gonna need you to listen to me. It's you. Nangu show. Oh, nangu case. Oh, nangu show. Oh, nangu case. Show. Case. Show. Case. Show. I need you guys to hear me out. Sure. You may fail to understand me, cause she a broke except for family. I got out with no plan B, just to make music for Grammys. Katangilala ngendal, sugela tela ngikhoka kwaza kwaphela imali. Kwamnyama kwashuba ikhanda laduma ngakhala ngathula ngalala ngavuka bavala ngavula phanda ngakudla ngazama ngaphusha kwaqala kwalu langa laphuma kwavela amathuba ngatshala ngavula hlale yadula kazi lanyuka ngizonyusa nathi album yaphuma nangu sure
Come on! Oh, I'm so glad there wasn't another verse in that song, bro. I don't know where we were going to take that, dude. Woo! I mean, that was like the past came and punched the present in the face, dude. That was phenomenal.
I told you I'm taking you to KwaZulu.
Yo, that flow, dude. Power, passion, flow. Absolutely beautiful. Let us know what you thought of that performance. If you were dancing like I was dancing behind the scenes, please post a video. He ain't going anywhere. One more performance coming your way, Brother Bear. Oh, beautiful.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
That's it. That's how you introduce something. It's important. Now, JP Sebastian, the aficionado when it comes to movies, he brought us Ambulance, a movie from Michael Bay a little earlier, and that particular review had to leave in an ambulance. Now, let's hope the next one's going to be a touch better, because we have a movie for you called Come On, Come On, and I am hoping, and I am praying that this is going to be a little better.
Oh.
Touch.
Yeah, tell you what, how about you have a look for yourself and see what it's about. So
Okay.
Come on, starring Joaquin Phoenix and Woody Norman, nominated for a SAG. Coming-of-age type story, but whether for the grown man, whether for the little boy, you will find out as the movie goes along. Quite a beautiful drama. I'll talk to you a bit more after this clip.
So should I call you like Papa or Dad or just Johnny?
You can call me whatever feels comfortable to you.
I don't know. It's just I'm not used to being able to choose.
Maybe we can just take this process slowly and see how it feels.
Yeah. And I'm just really sorry that your children died.
You know, I don't think I can do that part.
Yeah, I told you that's how me and Mom do it.
If it makes sense for your mom to do that, that's cool, but it doesn't make sense for me, and that's what I was explaining to you.
Why doesn't it make sense for you?
Because it's ridiculous.
Is it?
It's sad. The question is, why do you want to do it?
You are just terrible at this.
Oh, man, I'm trying. Let me ask you a question. Why does everything have to be like this kind of weird, eccentric thing
I
that you
like
do.
it.
I know, but why not just do something normal? Like
What's
everything
normal?
in your real life.
What's normal?
Okay, fine. Good point.
Good point.
It's interesting because that little scene over there made me feel like when you are confronted with yourself as a child and you're having a conversation with yourself, that's what it felt like. It had that same sort of intensity.
Well, good observation, because there are points at which that character, little Jesse, that Woody Norman plays, does the sort of... I never did this as a kid, but some kids did. I know you develop a character, a side character.
Yes.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Strange.
I did, I know.
And do you learn what that meant? Like why you did that?
But I mean, the characters, the accent changed, and there was a bit different, and it was more of a, as like someone that climbed the trees. Yeah, that was like the character that I created for myself.
Strange.
I think it's because you're exposed to it. You know, a lot of the animations, you have these characters that portray things that are completely outside of real, so you think maybe I should do the same.
And in this, the little boy plays an orphan. So every night before bedtime, he asks his mom, which is kind of creepy. I don't know, if I were a parent, I would like to confront my kid and my kid alone. But he's like, is anyone home? Can I sleep over? Kind of thing. And then he plays out this whole sort of thing. So orphan comes into play a lot. He's not an orphan in this. His mother asks Joaquin Phoenix.
Yes.
If he can take care, his character's name is John.
Okay.
Gabby Hoffman is the mother. If he can take care of little Jesse, his nephew, for the time that she has to go take care of her husband, who I would think is suffering from something like paranoid schizophrenia or bipolar.
Okay.
So they've had these episodes where his excitement and his exuberance about this new thing that he's on, because he's this music composer and this conductor, can actually scare the mom and the son. So she tries to keep things on an even keel, keep things, him healing in one spot and the son growing in another. So all the while, this little thing feels like a little sage, Woody Norman, in this time that he spends with Joaquin Phoenix, who is this American reporter going from city to city, where he's interviewing kids and asking them these pretty common kind of questions, but important nevertheless. These kind of things that we've heard, especially when we had that documentary about following the new South Africa kids. What are your fears of the future?
Yeah.
What does being an adult mean to you? What do you think any of this means, kind of thing? But when he asks little Jesse if he can ask him these questions for his journalistic piece, he flips the script and he says, no, I don't want to answer that. I don't want to answer those questions for you. And in return, starts asking Joaquin Phoenix these questions. But it's not done in a cheesy, kind of badly written way, like Michael Bay, because it's director Mike Mills, who previously did 20th Century Women and Beginners, which are both really well, delicately written movies. So it's not that the kid like asks these obvious, like, do you believe in the Matrix type things? But there are these little revelatory things where the adult goes, at one point Joaquin Phoenix says, I made this weird joke, because he's recording to himself as a journalist, about my ex. To a kid. Why did I do that? So the whole movie, they're both trying to interrogate each other about what is valid communication? What is it we keep from each other? And why can't we talk? Why can't we just plainly talk? Carl, why can't I tell you today that I feel sad or something like that? Like, obviously, there are all sorts of parameters. The boy learns this. At the same time, Joaquin Phoenix learns about the parameters of a child. But again, it's not hit with a hammer over the head type thing. Very quite delicate. It's not like the one character has to be totally left of field in terms of mental illness or totally left of field in terms of eccentric child. But it does hit a pretty relatable, I don't like using the word, sort of middle ground where it's not just like, oh, soppy softness for you to... Whatever. Look, I can talk about this movie for 2 hours, but I'm going to talk about the next clip coming up. So, again, those barriers that I was talking about, the difficulties of getting past the fake talk versus the real talk, and whether there's realness in the fakeness, the boy sort of interrogates Joaquin Phoenix here about the journalistic process.
Actually, can't wait.
Process. Yeah, it is.
We've been going around the country asking kids what they think the future will be like. And there's certain things you don't want to answer. You can just say, skip, or no, or I do not want to do this question.
Okay.
Why don't you and my mom act like brother and sister?
This one?
Yep. Why are you alone?
I mean, who cares? Blah, blah, blah. This thing. Oh, I'm alone. Yeah, exactly. Who cares?
Did you tell my mom to leave my dad when he first got sick? Did you?
I told her to take care of herself.
blah, blah, blah.
No, it's not. Blah,
It is.
blah, blah. No, it's not.
It is.
I am rapt. It's
Little kid, by the way, Woody Norman is
Yes.
actually British. That's
What?
the accent he puts on the whole time. Joaquin Phoenix was blown away by this kid. How in the audition, like, no, whatever. I'm going to not eat through my time. Do you want to hear a number, don't you? You want to hear a rate?
I want to hear a popcorn number. Also, I want to just comment the fact that the movie being in black and white, what it does is it lifts the dialogue so that the visual stimulus is dropped and that you can actually focus on what they are saying. I think that's genius as a director choosing black and white. So I'm already enthused. I'm thinking if you were going to give popcorns, my assumption, you haven't even told me it, I think you're probably going to hit it with 7.
Oh, jeez. Cheapskate, 8 out of 10.
Woo! Yes!
It's the kind of thing that feels like, to use a cheesy and overused word in movie criticism, a meditation. It's a brief breather in life. Wow. It doesn't necessarily have to have that hammer throw revelation about emotional sort of revolution.
Yeah.
It is just a delicate meditation on the difficulty of being alive. Come On is definitely worth a watch.
I cannot wait to see it. It sounds amazing, it sounds gripping, and it sounds fearless by nature. And on that point...
We are feeling it, my friend. Beautiful stuff there. Hopefully that got you in the right mode. Fearless by nature, indeed. This is, of course, the tagline of a new and much improved S3, where we find our home. And recently, we visited the Pier Place in the foreshore in Cape Town to commemorate the all-new rebranding of Mzansi's most favoured channel, along with a host of innovators and some incredible trailblazers who have each contributed to a very slick new look and feel for the channel that we know and love.
That's right. So let's see what they got up to. And I mean, I can't wait to see what it's all about.
SABC 3 needed to rebrand because it wasn't clear who SABC was talking to anymore. And also we were living in a different time. I mean, if you think of the changes that have occurred in the last couple of years, and you need to adapt to the times. So it really was a pivot to the context in which we're living. So some of the major changes that have been made is to look at the millennial audiences and to think what are their viewing habits. A lot of the viewing habits are looking at series rather than long-form soap. And there overall is a decline around the world in watching soap. So we're looking at, for example, at long-form drama at this point rather than soap. We're looking at developing more series in our later night drama slots. We're also looking at more risque programming that doesn't shy away from taking on issues. We also are bringing some natural history into the week because we have these pop-up audiences that occur on Sundays for natural history, and then they don't come in during the week. So we want to encourage them to come in during the week.
S3 has re-established itself as a new brand, was bold enough to reposition itself as a brand that invites South Africans to open up. We've got a show called Unpacked, which talks about really difficult conversations that, you wouldn't really talk about in everyday life. What makes us fearless is that we really push the boundaries in terms of what South Africans talk about, the kind of content we consume. Even on the stage, we talk about love, we talk about miscarriage, we talk about religion, and we're really pushing all these different storylines that makes our viewers think. So we're fearless because we want to go to places where most broadcasters are fearful of going, and we're going there head on, and we're inviting the nation to join us on this journey.
So one of the really important things that S3 has done is taken on the issues of climate change. So you'll see throughout our weekly programming, as well as on the weekend, a lot more programming around natural history, around people living in our environment, sustainable lifestyle practices. So a lot more programming like that. That's a big change on S3.
The new and improved, values of S3, which is fearless by nature, really talks thematically to what the estate is about. From a story point of view, we're very fearless in terms of the themes that we look at, and really going that step further to really making sure that we can, within story, try and be fearless in our storytelling. And I think because we've got such talented cast that come to the table with so much, understanding as well of the story, it really has helped us to become very topical from a subject matter point of view. So for season 3, we're very excited. I think we're going to have the characters that they've learned to know and to love. They're going to be there. But certainly we've got some interesting things. We're going to have about 2-3 brand new characters and storylines that we're very excited about. I think we've always, from a location point of view, really tried to give people, your top end. So we're going to have some very exciting locations. And again, in terms of storyline, we'll look at, what is happening around us, and we'll continue with that. We've got a great team of story writers, and I think completely we're just very excited about season 3.
I'm most excited to see Hectic on 3. This is because right now we're busy doing giveaways and birthdays, and it's like so fun. We were recently in Polokwane just giving away laptops, and we have a squad member now that is in Cape Town to experience Cape Town and is part of the show. So like we're making kids' dreams come true. So I'm very excited to see that now on screen.
Super excited to see the direction that Afternoon Express is going to develop into. Obviously, we all know that we definitely pivoted last year. We changed our time of day, we changed the amount of days we're on per week, and we also changed the actual format of the show, focusing purely and mainly on those progressive millennials, but the foodie progressive millennials. So it's going to be very, very exciting just to see not only our favorite celebrities, not only our favorite chefs in the kitchen, but just to actually see where Afternoon Express goes moving forward.
One of the shows I'm excited about is In the Long Run by Idris Elba. I think the 1830 slot is really going to surprise people, right? So funny sitcom, light-hearted content that people can watch, which leads into the States. And then at 1930, we've got a wonderful show, sitcoms as well, like Survivor's Remorse. So there's like a lot of great content coming up. The Secret Sauce for cooking, the pandemic story is also coming up. So there's like such a feast of content for people to watch.
It's very interesting to have been here today again and to hear from S3. What really struck home and the message that the channel drove home was like how important it is to support local channels and local content and local television viewing. We want homegrown local television that tells our stories and speak to our needs and our desires and our issues. So it's really important to support a channel like S3 at the moment and into the future.
So how does the public get involved? I mean, the public, this is a public broadcaster. It's paid by citizens' money. It's your broadcaster. So write to the channel, pick up the phone me, send me emails. If there's programming that you think is really bad, get involved in joining us on a journey. And you can only do that through participation. You need to be an active citizen. And this is what it requires to make S3 a success.
We are fearless by nature.
Oh, it certainly is fearless by nature, and that looks incredible.
Awesome, well done, team.
Definitely, and the excitement is real around S3's relaunch, and of course, I cannot wait for, to be part of that fresh content wave that's going to be hitting Mzansi. So get involved and, redefine the norm.
Yep, we love it. Live freely, live boldly, without limitations. That's what it means to be fearless by nature.
Oh, you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
It's your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on S3, and you have been in for a treat. If you've just joined us, you are just in time, as we are joined by Zurum Katini here to give us his last and final performance this morning. And this is music from his debut album that he just released called Spirit of Ubuntu. And this is all in celebrating our African identity. Here he is with a sambe. Zulu, take it away.
Okay. You know we're gonna save the last for the best one for last, right? So I'm gonna need everybody in the studio to get up and dance. I'm gonna need everybody at home to get up and dance. This one's called the sambe. Shoo. Yeah, where? Yeah, where? Where you at? Where you at? Yeah, where? Wash up, yeah, where? Ujala Masaki on. Big shout out to Butle and the legendary Modela Queens. Asabenge. Akali skupesje, awumele fusa balele, awushayi moto sivaye, awushayi moto sivaye. Akali skupesje, awumele fusa balele, awushayi moto sivaye, awushayi moto sivaye. Ayma, asambeke, washawe, asambeke, washawe, asambeke, washawe. Wash away. I get to hello, 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 everybody. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I get to hello, 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 hello. I get to everybody. Where you at? Wash up. I get to buy a mangala magukalane. I get to play every song I name. I get to play every song I name. I get to play every song I name. I get to buy a mangala magukalane. I get to play every song I name. I get to walk, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3. Makali skupesje, awumele fusa balele, awushayi moto sivaye, awushayi moto sivaye. Makali skupesje, awumele fusa balele, awushayi moto sivaye, awushayi moto sivaye. Asambeke, wash away. Asambeke, wash away. Asambeke. Okay, whatever I say, you guys say, right? I want to test your Zulu. Sure. If any it's a gaga. If any it's a gaga. Message it to gaga. Message it to papa. Sure, 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 sure. Sure, 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 sure. I can't hear you. We're gonna try this one more time. Sumuji makelane, ujaifu chuluge. Sumuji makelane, ujaifu chuluge. Sumuji, they sound so soulful. Modela Queen sounds so beautiful. It's right. I know. If I need to gaga, if I need to go, message to papa, message to go. Sure, 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 sure. Sure, 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 sure. Sure, 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 sure. Where you at? Where you at? I'm gonna need you to join me. I'm gonna need you to join me when the beat drops. Where you guys at? I wanna see if you guys can really move. Aight, bo. Watch out. 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 I can take it here. Can you do the for sure? Can you? Issue. 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 Ladies and gentlemen, it is the spirit of Ubuntu, Ubuntu Mabantu.
Yes! The whole squad is here, yo! The whole squad is here.
Amazing. Zurum Katini, thank you for joining us today. It's been incredible having you here. You've got such an infectious energy.
Thank you.
And what a way to have a Friday show.
My brother, you are a superstar. Bro.
I saw the Vorsha at the back. You were going crazy.
Should I show us the Vorsha?
When the chipmunk comes up, when the meerkat is there, my friend. Now, brother, you've got an energy that is just so unique. Thank you so much for bringing that for us today, dude. We love you, my brother.
Oh, amazing. Well, listen, we wish you all of the best and do come back and visit us. This was Zurum Katini on your Feel Good Breakfast Show, bringing us all of that flavor. But now it's time for us to quickly catch up with the morning headlines.
Let's wrap it up for you on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. These are your news headlines. Taxi operators marched to the provincial legislature in the Cape Town CBD yesterday to hand over a list of demands, which called for, among others, the scrapping of industry-specific legislation and making it easier to obtain licenses. Thousands of taxi operators converged on the city centre just yesterday, causing major traffic congestion on the N2. The protest turned violent in some areas, with 3 buses set alight. The march was approved from Hanover Street to the provincial legislature in Wells Street. A convoy of taxis caused heavy traffic congestion along the N2. Meanwhile, the Reserve Bank's Monetary Policy Committee has decided to increase the interest rate by 25 basis points. The increase, the third in a row since November, brings the repurchase rate to 4.25% and the prime lending rate to 7.7%. The president of the Reserve Bank, Lesetja Kanyago, says the current repurchase rate reflects an accommodating policy stance in terms of which consumers will still be able to afford loans while the economy is still recovering. Now, on to international news. Liberia's House of Representatives has unanimously passed a bill requiring mothers to breastfeed their children for at least 6 months. This, as the UN says, exclusive breastfeeding for babies under 6 months is still low in Liberia. The bill also seeks to regulate marketing of substitutes for breast milk to avoid the import and sale of substances that may affect infants and young children. MPs said the bill was designed to nurture a strong relationship between a mother and a child. It needs to be passed by the Senate before it becomes law. On to US President Joe Biden, who says NATO has never been more united, the opposite of what Russia's President Putin expected to happen. Now, Biden spoke after NATO leaders had approved major increases of the alliance's forces in Eastern Europe at an emergency summit in Brussels, Belgium. 4 new battle groups made up of 40,000 troops will be sent to Slovakia, Hungary, Bulgaria and Romania, and the UK will send 6,000 more missiles to Ukraine. Meanwhile, President Zelensky has asked people everywhere to take to the streets in a show of support to mark 1 month of the Russian invasion. And a man who posted a TikTok showing plane passengers singing the viral children's song Baby Shark to a crying child has received more than 7 million views as people praise the kindness of strangers. Now, Parik Balochi, a radio presenter, was flying from his home in Dubai to Albania when a 4-year-old sitting next to him started crying. A passenger behind them started quietly murmuring the words to Baby Shark, and in a bid to comfort the child, Balochi decided to do the same thing, singing out aloud and everybody joining in. In the video, passengers can be seen clapping and singing to the lyrics of the song Baby Shark, and commenters were impressed by their kindness. One top comment with 19,000 likes said, and I quote, "All passengers passed the vibe check." Another said, "It literally costs nothing to be a decent person." One comment with 7,000 likes simply stated, "Humanity," with a wide-eyed emoji. Baby Shark, an extremely popular children's song, has become the first YouTube video ever to be viewed some 10 billion times, and we know why. If you need it on a plane for a kid, use it at your will. That's a wrap of your news and Feel Good Breakfast Show. Let's take a last peek at the sport with Graham.
I mean, Carl, what are you gonna do? I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna win. If you're the South African women's cricket team, they've done it. They've reached the semi-finals of the Women's Cricket World Cup yesterday when rain came in to wash out their crunch match against the West Indies in Wellington. And as a result, both teams received a point from the abandoned fixture. And that puts South Africa second on the table to Australia and now beyond the reach of their rivals for that play-off spot. So the Proteas will be gunning for a spot in the final for the first time after making it to the last 4 back in 2000 and 2017, and they've certainly got the team to do it. Then on to the Master Blaster himself. MS Dhoni has now officially stepped down as Chennai Super Kings captain before the Indian Premier League commences and will be replaced by Indian all-rounder Ravindra Jadeja. So there were rumours that the 40-year-old would retire at the end of last season, but the wicketkeeper was retained before this season's mega auction. The former Indian captain is the most successful IPL captain in history in terms of wins, with 121 from 204 games played, and he of course led the Chennai to titles in 2010, 2011, 2018 and last year. And this IPL officially starts tomorrow and will be running up until the 29th of May with many South Africans, I think, set to play a dominant role, so keep an eye. Then we move on to rugby, and it's happy times. The 4 domestic teams have certainly made the most of their home ground advantage against our international rivals in the last 2 weeks of the United Rugby Championship, winning all 8 of their home matches, and with the 4 of the next 5 rounds being hosted here in South Africa Africa. They'll be determined to continue to capitalise further on this as they look to establish their positions on the top end of the log table. So the Lions, they've got the most work to do, and they'll kick off against the Ospreys in Johannesburg tonight. That's at 7 o'clock. Then the Stormers will be the first domestic team to take the field tomorrow when they host Ulster in Cape Town at 3 o'clock. Dwayne Vermeulen returning with Ulster to Cape Town. This will be followed by the clashes between the Sharks and Edinburgh in Derbs at 5:05, and then the Bulls and Dragons round us off in Pretoria at 7:15. So the recent form of the local teams has seen them climb considerably up the table. Now the Sharks, Stormers and Bulls lying 6th, 7th and 8th respectively. And as I said, the Lions with the most work to do in 13th on the table. Then more drama in Formula One. Off the track as four-time world champion Sebastian Vettel could ultimately miss the second round of Formula One again because of COVID-19. This after his Aston Martin team confirmed that he is yet to travel to Saudi Arabia for this weekend's race. Now, the German missed last week's Bahrain Grand Prix after testing positive, and he's yet to return that negative result that would allow him to travel and, of course, race. It looks like Nico Hülkenberg is again on standby to deputise and could race in Jeddah. And then we round off on the most feel-good note. I mean, he was playing it down, but he has done it again. Ryle de Mornay has been crowned the king of the beach. Our very own Ryle produced a sprinting masterclass to literally roll back the years and once again be crowned South Africa's king of the beach when it comes to sprinting. So de Mornay, he beat a long-time friend, club and provincial and international teammate Siobhan Clark, who's been on fire in recent times. Recently was a medal winner at the Africa Life-Saving Championships in Egypt. Ryle, we are so proud of you. This is years of toil that have gone on to creating the platform to be able to achieve this. We could not be more proud. But that's where we leave our sporting headlines ahead of the weekend. Let's get one last take on the weather.
Well done, Ryle. And we also have some good news for your weather update, and this is concerning endeavours to save the black rhino in South Africa. It is the World Bank says it has priced the world's first wildlife bond, raising 2.2 billion rand that will be partly used for the conservation of black rhinos in South Africa. The 5-year bond will pay returns determined by the rate of growth in the populations of the animals in 2 SA reserves. That's the Addo Elephant National Park and the Great Fish River Nature Reserve. The World Bank says the so-called wildlife conservation is a first-of-its-kind outcome-based financial instrument that channels investments to achieve conservation outcomes, measures in this instance by an increase in black rhino populations. This means that the bond profits will go directly for fighting poachers and improving the animals' conditions. If successful, the program could be expanded to protect black rhino populations in Kenya, as well as other wildlife species such as lions, tigers, gorillas, and orangutans. Now, we are hoping for the success of this endeavour so that we can certainly preserve our precious wildlife. And we remain on a very positive note as we take a look at the skies, showcasing those stunning sunrise images sent via our Expresso Facebook page. Rina Vassan from East London kicked us off this morning with this gorgeous burnt-hued image of a faint tinge of yellow, but mainly orange on your screen right now. And then Tercy Lutz from Cape Town captured this lovely silhouetted shot overlooking the city from the vantage point of UCT. What a great catch, showing off the first glow, at least the cast glowing behind the clouds. Then at 7 a.m, Vin Mala Govender from Chatsworth and KZN shared this beautiful silhouetted image that was taken at 5:30 as the sky begins to lighten up in the distance. And last but not least, Suzette Kuhn from Jeffreys Bay captured this gorgeous ocean view, showing off the sun shining through the clouds and covering also that beautiful reflection showing in the ocean. It is spectacular. Well, if you have a sunrise photo that you'd love to share with us, please head on over to the Expresso Facebook page and you can leave your photos there. But let's take a final look at your temperatures for this morning. If you're in Polokwane, a low of 17 and a high of 28 can be expected. Mpumalanga, 21, reaching a high of 30. Pretoria, 16, 26. Johannesburg, 15, 24. Thunder showers in Mahikeng today, 15 is your low, 27 your high. Klerksdorp, 14, reaching a high of 29. Kimberley 11, 27. Bloemfontein 8, reaching a high of 24. Thunder showers for Richards Bay today, a low of 20 and a high of 27. Pietermaritzburg 14, reaching a high of 23. Thunder showers can be expected in Durban. 19 is your low, 26 your high. Mthatha 14 with a high of 19. Rainy conditions in East London, 16 with a high of 20. Cradock 11, reaching a high of 22. Gqeberha 15, reaching a high of 24 today. Rainy conditions in George, 13 is your low and 17 your high. Cape Town 16, 21. Worcester 12, 21. Sutherland 8, 21. And a sunny day ahead in Uppington, a low of 15 and a high of 30 degrees Celsius. Well, that's where we leave your weather on your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Oh, yeah. So I'm chilling on my goma at the moment.
I can see, man. You've built up a really deep connection with this two-seater.
It's scary, but it makes sense. If you think about the plush touch, the comfort.
I just want you to think about your couch at home, bro. Are you not getting yourself into an entanglement here?
You know, okay, let's be honest, the couch at home, I love it, but the thing is, it's not doing enough for me. I've grown, and I need it to grow with me.
Have you grown, though?
No, but in spirit. And that's why I just think sometimes you just need to break up with your couch.
You got to do it because you hashtag deserve better. We now know that you do deserve better than a couch that doesn't support you, that doesn't lighten up your life. You deserve a Goma because not only does Goma produce lounge suites that last, we've heard stories of decades of a lifelong relationship with your Goma, but they've got such a beautiful variety of styles that they will suit literally every taste, every home, every personality and bum shape. Every
that's the thing,
rump shape.
You know, because Goma is for life. And that's why you have shared so many comments around people breaking up with their couches. And we'd like to get a couple of those comments the other day, because the thing is, you have to share your vulnerability.
Yeah.
And this is just a way of doing that. It's a catalyst for that. So let's start off.
This is a safe place, man. This is a safe place. So let's see what you had to say. I think Petronella da Silva clearly is in a difficult situation. She says, I really need to break up with my couches. So she's in a group relationship here that can only spell disaster because none of them match. There's no balance in life. Take a look at that.
You see, that's the thing.
That's three different living rooms trying to coexist as one.
Yeah, it's not going to work out in the relationship because everybody's going to want different things. And, you know, you want a single, ready-to-mingle Goma because it's going to be there for you. One couch for you. Just to think. Right, so Lutfa Hanif Mankis says, we need a new couch because mine is breaking in half.
Oh.
My husband fixed it temporarily by putting a board under the pillows for us to sit, thus preventing us from falling through. Hashtag you deserve Goma.
I mean, you can fall in love, but you can't fall through your couch.
And also, you know that's uncomfortable because that board, you feel that through the pillow, which has also had its day.
Oh, man, and now you're going to be sitting on two different heights as well, so you there and your hubby's there.
Yeah, well, that's like me.
Oh, and then it becomes a race. Who's going to get to the cushioned side first? And then who's going to be stuck on the piece of wood? Guys, you do deserve better. I wish we could give every single one of you the chance of a better rump position on your couch, but we can't do it. We can only make one person a winner on the show, but we appreciate the fact that all of you are recognizing that you do hashtag deserve Goma. So what you need to do now is go and follow them on their Instagram page. That's Goma at Goma_SA. Find them on Facebook, Goma, or just check them out online, goma.co.za, and you can find out so much more about their beautiful range and styles.
I mean, if you look at that, I mean, the curvatures, the beautiful plush effect, I think that you deserve a bit of sultry Goma. So think about it, break up with your couch and get one of these. It's the right thing to do.
You're headed for trouble here, dude. This couch has got you.
to Feel Good Breakfast Show. This is Expresso. You're live on S3. And I can tell you we are fearless by nature because it's Friday and you know what that means. It's the Expresso Rewind game. Now, who paid attention? Who didn't? Who was focusing? Who was drinking too much coffee? Who was in the background, laying down, falling asleep? It's been a busy week. And this particular show, you know, we're always busy trying to get you the best. So we need to test our dear individuals, Graham and Zoe, as to how well they remember the week's beautiful content brought to you by Expresso. Hello.
I feel like all I've done this week is dance.
I've only seen you dance this week.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much all I've done. I've danced. I might have cooked once or twice.
No, you danced a lot.
And can I just say how beautifully this jersey sits on you, dude?
Thank you.
Gorgeous.
Thank you so much.
I
really appreciate that.
Did they make it on you?
They actually made it on me. They did indeed.
Wow.
It's like that. Thank you very much. It's a Woolies thing, you know how it goes. But what I will say to you is that you have questions and that type of flattery is not going to make them easier. Right. Let's get on. I need some sounds from you guys if you don't mind. So let's go, Zoe.
Me.
Me. And you?
Me.
You.
You.
Me.
You. I like that.
You like it? Okay, me and you.
We're going to confuse the hell out of a lot of people right now.
You know, if you say it fast enough, you're going to sound like a cat. Meow. Right, so let's go. I can't wait for that to happen. Now, okay, first question is, what infectious disease did Dr. Emil Reed cover on Tuesday?
You. TB.
That is the correct answer. Congratulations. Well done. It is indeed TB.
Killing 5,000 people a day, guys. TB is a thing.
It is indeed, and I
Thank
think
you, Doc, for that
important. We need that awareness. Next one. Name 2 nostalgic childhood treats we recreated in the kitchen this week.
Me. You.
It's you. Sure, okay, wait. Now I'm starting to get confused.
I confused myself.
Is that... So it's you, me.
It's me.
Me.
It's me.
It's you.
It's you.
It's me.
You.
Waffles.
I think you're waffling now.
Yes, she is. I like it.
Right now.
And toffee apples.
Oh, that was going to be my answer. Damn it.
So you got half.
Toffee apples and Peter? Peter?
Rice Krispies.
There we go.
Cameraman Peter is what?
Chocolate balls, Twinkies, and toffee apples. How nostalgic. Ooh.
Oh, so I get a half a point.
You do get a half, or a third of, so
No,
half
it's half a
works.
point.
It's fine.
You,
okay,
Graham, you.
Next one. Yeah, you and me, or you?
Yeah.
Me.
Me.
Me. What is Alan Committee's new comedy show called?
Oh,
and I remember Graham did the interview. I watched the show when I'm on the show. You know that, right? Yeah.
I should have hosted then.
He was just so funny. I think he confused me. He dazzled me with his funniness.
I could tell.
Oh, you, man. No,
Give us a hint.
Love and let laugh.
There we go.
It's James Bondy.
That's
Love
it.
and let laugh.
That's it. Well done.
You know, he has done one of these every year in his professional life. It's crazy. This is awesome. Monte Casino, go and check it out.
You know, he's absolutely incredible.
Laugh. There we go.
All right, next one. Which wrestling game did Grant Hines review?
You. WWE.
FGHIJ.
9
plus
17.
22.
85.
K22. It was WWE.
Yes!
2K22, come on. I had the letters, were all there in random kind of spaces.
Well,
I feel like we could share a point, sort of, for that.
I didn't do it.
I think if I tell you the score, sorry, I mean, just the independent auditor just spoke to me now. Thank you very much. Yes, I love you too. The winner of this game is you! Well done!
Me.
Yes!
You.
Congratulations, you've just won the beautiful, beautiful golden monkey. It is something that's what it feels like, you know? And I can tell you,
so lovely.
You know, it's a very positive monkey because the only way is up. So I do think it's fantastic that you've won it. Well done. And if you enjoyed any of the highlights in your Feel Good Breakfast Show this entire week, please share it. If you loved it, make some noise about it. If you didn't, don't skinner.
Can I leave? Because this is so depressing. He's rubbing the monkey in my face.
Okay, wait. Go make us something nice, man.
He's asking you to put some food in his little bucky.
Okay,
over there.
let me
Please,
head
can
to
you go
the
make some
kitchen
food to put in his little miniature bucky?
Especially something chickeny would be fantastic.
Oh, with waffles, please.
But if you did enjoy any parts of the show, please make sure that that you just do your thing and ensure that you go to the Facebook page, tell us all about it. And I mean, this man danced for most of the shows this week. I've been watching. You danced every day.
We haven't stopped, man. I burnt calories this week just for you. For you, Guy.
For the little
I
monkey.
feel like I was building towards just this. You. All right, Zoe, he's so hungry now. Please, can you whip up something?
Yeah, I feel like, you know what? I've never actually seen something like chicken on waffles. So, well, in terms of chicken, maybe chicken Vienna.
Oh, now you've got him excited.
See, there we go. Let's check it out.
Oh, listen, I'm a sore loser, but I will be in charge of breakfast today, so don't go any. You do not want to miss out on this sheet pancake waffles recipe. Oh, well, Friday, it is finally here, and it's been an incredible one, and so are the school holidays. Now, what better way to celebrate than by getting the family to join in on some activities in the kitchen, have the kids come and help you, perhaps have them make breakfast, and we have the fabulous Chef Tando here to show us a simple recipe to cook for the family during the Easter holidays. Can you believe we're already talking Easter?
The year is moving so quick.
It is moving super
But I
duper
love
quick.
it. I'm like, please go. Yeah.
Okay.
Keep moving.
So you're going to show us how to make sheet waffles.
Yes.
Sheet waffles being we're making it on a baking tray sheet.
Basically, it's going to get baked in the oven.
Ah, okay.
There's quite a bit of steps to this, but they're all pretty simple.
Okay, amazing. Now, obviously, Easter is around the corner. I think it's less than 3 weeks away. Is that a big... is your family big on celebrating Easter?
We go to church.
Okay.
So everyone will go to church, but I'm not with my family, so I'll just like do church online.
Church online. Oh,
that's
amazing.
the best I can do. Yeah.
It's okay. What are some of these ingredients that you're throwing into our savory pancake mix?
All right, so we're going in spinach, red pepper, caramelized onions.
Ooh.
Those are always great. Actually, these are like fried onions.
These are like nice and crunchy.
Nice and crunchy. Mushrooms. And then we're going to crumble some feta, and then you're going to whisk together the eggs for me.
Okay, so I've got the eggs.
Oil, and some milk. And that's going to be our wet mixture.
Okay, so I'm in charge of that. So if you're not with your family this year around for Easter, you're going to do church online. Any other traditions when it comes to like cooking? Is there something specific you like to make? Do you do the pickled fish?
No, I don't.
Hot cross buns?
No, I don't really, like my family and I aren't big on those Easter traditions. I know for us, like what we always have is chicken wings. Anytime, any day. So
keeping it simple.
I think I'm going to do chicken wings in like memory of my family.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Okay, could you add that for me while I quickly rinse my hands?
There we go. So I can just add it, or is it a case of add and mix while we go?
You can just add, there we go. There we go.
Okay, this is quite a big mixture.
It's huge, yeah, it makes a huge batter. And then this whole batter is going to go in there.
Okay, so we've got our waffle pan greased and ready. It is hot, hot, hot.
There we go.
Look at that.
Mix everything together.
I love that we're adding so many veggies to this. I mean, we've got our spinach in there, some peppers, the crispy onions, mushrooms.
Nutrients.
Very nutritious.
Nutrients, salt as well. Just to make sure you can taste all that goodness.
Oh, yes. Just a little bit of
there
salt.
There we go.
I'm dying to know when we're adding our Simply Chicken, because we're going to be using the smoked Viennas with some chicken breast meat.
Okay, and then we're going to spoon that in there.
I can do that for you.
There we go. Ooh, cha. There we go.
Thank you, Tando.
And then I'm going to cut up our Viennas, and we're going to saute these in the pan. And then these are going to go on top of our sheet waffle with some cheese and some eggs. So it's very much like tons of, like a loaded waffle. The way I think about it is like a loaded waffle.
It is a loaded waffle, packed with flavor, toppings as well. All the fun breakfast flavors. I always overfold the waffle pan, so I'm going to be careful here.
There we go.
Do it gently, rather less than too much. Otherwise it oozes out. I will close that up.
3.
So once your waffles come out, you pop it on a sheet.
Yes.
And now you are using our Simply Chicken smoked Viennas, popping that into our tray. Well, onto the stove.
On the and then you could add the eggs and some cheese on top of our done waffles.
Just a little bit.
Just a little.
So these are our toppings. Oh, if you want to get your hands on this delicious recipe that myself and Chef Tando are showing you right now, we do have it available on our website. That is expressoshow.com. If you want to get your hands on this delicious Simply Chicken flat sheet waffle breakfast. Should I add the cheese or
cheese as well? Or we could do some at the end, some in between.
Well, let's double cheese it.
Double cheese it. There's never too much cheese.
Yeah, that's too much cheese. Oh, you know, I'm missing the tray.
There we go.
Our Viennas are done.
They are done, and then we're gonna add these on top.
Oh, that's amazing. And you know what? Simply Chicken products, they are made for real moms with real chicken. And Simply Chicken products, they contain no pork and there are no added MSGs. And they're really quick and easy. As you can see how Chef Tando showed us how to prepare it. You can pop it in the pan, in the microwave, even the air fryer, and there you go.
There we go, and then we're gonna go over with some more cheese.
Pop that, oh, my mouth is watering. We're popping that into the oven, and that is breakfast. That is a heavenly breakfast. I wish you can get those fragrances coming through now from this waffle machine. I'm getting the sense of the peppers.
The peppers, yes.
Yes.
With all the cheese. Oh, I'm excited.
Well, Chef Tando, we will be seeing you in the kitchen again before Easter. So thank you so much for showing us this delicious recipe. And you can keep your Easter holiday meals tasty and simple with Simply Chicken. Now, to get your hands on this delicious recipe, you can visit our website, expressoshow.com. But for more quick and easy recipes, follow at Simply Chicken ZA on Instagram. Now, remember, you also stand the chance to win an air fryer with Simply Chicken and Expresso. Simply reply to the competition post that is on Expresso's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram page and tell us your #RealMomEaster holiday story. You do not only stand to win an amazing air fryer, but also a chance to tell your story on Expresso and automatically be entered into the draw for that grand cash prize of 10,000 Rand. Don't forget to include that #RealMom in your answer, and the competition will close at midday today, so you have a few hours left to get those entries in. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. And breakfast is served. Voila.
Perfect. We need to take that up.
Welcome back, you beautiful souls. I'm just buzzing, man. I don't know if it was winning the Golden Monkey, all the waffles being made, Zurum Katini performing, just blowing our mind, the impending Friday dance. It's been amazing, but maybe it could be some of the amazing rewards that are headed your way.
It is actually all about the amazing rewards and benefits when you experience Red and unlock more with Vodacom Red plans.
So here's the deal. Vodacom giving away 10 gigs of data every week for the entire month of March. And we asked you guys to qualify yourselves to give us the new skills that you would like to unlock in 2022. Really interesting. Some of the comments so far have been brilliant. People clearly are all about that side hustle, all about improving themselves. So let's see what you had to say this morning.
And this normalizes the side hustle, which is so important. So Zianda Mapapu saying, learning how to drive and having my driver's license at the age of 33.
Go and do it, man.
And the thing is, it's never about age. I think it's about just enablement. You know, there's never going to be a perfect age for anything. Just do it now.
Yep, and that's the most important thing. Act on it. Bogani says, he's saying, I want to learn more about entrepreneurship so that I can excel on my projects as well as digital marketing. Digital marketing, massive. Go and look up, what's a drop shipping?
Ooh, I've actually
There's
heard about
something
that.
happening in that space as a side hustle. Just go and check it out. But the digital marketing space, so exciting. Brilliant, brilliant suggestion.
And of course, there can only be one winner today. So, drum roll, please. Congratulations, Jay Revo.
Oh, and look at Jay's face. Jay knows he's a winner. He knows he's won. So this is what he had to say. And again, this has come in strong. I'd love to do a digital marketing online short course. And by winning this 10 gigs of data from Vodacom would make it possible for me to do it.
Well done, Jay, man.
He connected the dots, and we give you the way to get it done. Well done, Jay, man.
Another week, another winner with Vodacom, and we hope you get to do that digital marketing short course. All the best to you, and check out dropshipping.
Switch to Red and get the Samsung Galaxy S22 for 1,499 Rand and a Rugby jersey, Watch 4 and Galaxy Buds Live free. Further together, Vodacom.
Well, it's now that time again on a Friday. We move all the furniture around, shift the couch, make some space, because it's time to hit the dance floor. We've seen this next performer over the years on Expresso as Matthew Carter Poole and the Carters, but today it's time to make space for Madison Scott Khalifa and the Scarlets from the House of Khalifa, a drag family, and we are here for it. Not only is it Madison Scott Khalifa's first appearance on Expresso as Miss Khalifa, it will also be her first weekend headlining tonight at the Two Eves called Double Trouble, and first solo act happening tomorrow at the 021 Castle Hotel on the 26th of March. Tickets are available for both events at the door, so do go on out and support Madison Scott Khalifa. But here is Madison Scott Khalifa and the Scarlets on your Feel Good Breakfast show for the Expresso Friday Dance. Take it away.
I haven't been waiting for this my whole life. I've been preparing.
It's been a long time since you fell in love. You ain't coming out your shell. You ain't really been yourself. Tell me what must I do? Tell myself. 'Cause luckily I'm good at reading. I wouldn't fuck him, but he won't stop chasing. Night to morning, late in the morning. Why don't you let her know it? Why don't you say so? Didn't know it. No punches left to roll. Say so. Let me check my chest, my breath right quick. He ain't never seen it in a dress like this. He ain't never even been impressed like this. Putty why I got him quiet on a set like zip. Like it, love it, need it, bad. Take it, own it, steal it fast. Boy, stop playing, grab my ass. Acting like you shy. Shut it, save it, keep it pushing while you beating round the bush. You know it, you want all this one. Yeah, all of them hating, I have you with me. All of them saying you back committed. Really to anybody you had it with. Didn't I keep with me in the moment? get into it, yeah. Pop out with a truck, get into it, yeah. If you go to church, get into it, yeah. If she ain't got a butt, get into it, yeah. Yeah, you just wanna party, you just wanna dance. You just wanna pop up on these cons like you the Batman. You just wanna ball out in designer with your best friends. You don't wanna talk no more about it in the past tense. Get me out my zone, I'm just talking comfort, shawty. I ain't give you nothing, you got comfort, shawty. I got plenty things you make a run for, shawty. Call him Ed Sheeran, he in love with my body. Get into it, yo, and pop out with a truck. Get into it, yo. If you go to church, I said get into it, yo. And if she ain't got a butt, yeah, get into it, yo. And I said I just got a fuck. Get into it, yo. Pop out with a truck. Get into it, yo. If you go to church, yo. If she ain't got a butt, get into it, yo.
Thank you, Nikki. I love you.
Got that big rocket launcher.
That was fabulous. Madison Scott, Khalifa, and the Scarlets on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Ooh, I'm out of breath just saying that, but they were phenomenal. And there's another performance coming your way, so don't go anywhere.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to Feel Good Breakfast Show. Espresso on S3. Whew, what a performance that you may have missed, but I think the performance of these two gentlemen on the couch might be a little bit better. Now, we're going to have a lot of fun today because Zurum Katini has been really entertaining us. The spirit of Ubuntu has been strong in the studio today, but we decided to play a little bit of a game just to make sure that he does his due diligence and his big work that he needs to do on the show. We've got a guess the lyric game, and how it works, I'll give you a line from a song, but it's got missing words, which is a lot of fun. And you'll need to guess the lyric that's missing. And once you've gotten the word correct, hear this is the great part. You'll need to sing the song to get yourself the point. However, today we'll be focusing specifically on some of the old classics, so don't worry, you're going to be fine, both of you. All right.
Guaito.
Hey?
Guaito?
Well, we'll see. We will see. Are you ready?
In the area, please. Keep it in the area.
Well, good luck.
No, we're ready. We're ready.
That's fine. And remember, look, as soon as you hit it and you think you got all of them, otherwise, if you don't have all the words, I'm going to buzz you out and go to the next person. They'll sing. Okay, cool. First one is simple. Here it comes.
Okay.
You don't come beep to see me in the beep. You don't have a beep to call me on the beep.
Bob.
Okay. Yes,
that was a good buzzer sound. That was a strong buzzer sound. I like that.
I like it, Bob. Yes.
You don't come around. Okay. To see me in the week.
In the week,
Is
yo.
that right?
In the week, yo.
Yeah.
In the week.
Brenda Fassi, Weekend Special.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah,
There's the rest
beautiful
of the lyrics.
stuff.
There it is.
You don't have a chance. To call me
I forget Brenda Foster's ever sounded in her life.
Yeah, look here, you.
Bro, you don't.
Brother man, I feel like what you did there, deliberately, you Brenda Fassie and Cuesta was in one, one a moment there.
The spirit was
so. Here's the next one. Here it comes on screen. They'll come beep and beep to what the people say. I can't wait to be there in beep. No, no.
Oh. They'll come and.
Any ideas?
Oh, no idea, man.
This is gonna need you to sing it.
Oh no. I'm not a singer. I'm a fighter. I'm kidding. No. But any ideas?
It's not there, man.
Okay, shame.
Okay.
Yes. Any ideas? No.
Never.
I think I would just. It would be funny to just see what you would have put in there anyway. But okay, let's reveal the answer straight up. They'll come down and listen to what the people say. I can't wait to be there in line.
No.
It is a beautiful song, a Vicky Sampson song. So here we go. Sorry, it's Doobie Doo. That's it.
Oh, look at her gorgeous face.
Oh, the Doobie Doo.
There she gone. Yeah. All right. Next one.
Oh, man.
Right.
Okay.
Come on, we should have known that, eh?
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I may have hinted toward this next one for you, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to go for it anyway, because in my beep dream, there's a beep tomorrow. My beep dream is the dream that we can beep.
Because in my African dream.
Oh,
hey, come on.
Yes!
Vicky, I love you, girl. There's a new tomorrow.
Go there. You have to go there.
Yes.
In my African dream. Oh, we love Vicky Sampson. That is the standard.
Well done, man.
Oh, there's never been so much bass in South African music as there has this
No, you
morning.
guys have added Cuesta, a bit of that Barry White's come through. Well done, guys. You're doing so well today. Next one, here we go, on screen.
Good, eh?
We beep together, and you know that I'm beep. Why do you play with my beep? Why do you play with my beep?
Why do you play with my beep? Okay. Can we see the lyrics again one more time?
Okay, let me say it to you again. We beep together, and you know that I'm beep. Why do you play with my beep? Why do you play with my beep?
These lyrics seem so familiar. I'm trying to get the melody.
I think it was the beep that got you.
Yeah, man. It has to be heart. Surely it must be heart. Why do you play with my heart? Why do you play with my mind? Why do you...
Okay, well, let's put them out of there.
I feel like we're going to be kicked.
Here we go. We belong together.
Oh!
Come on.
And you know that I'm right.
Here we go. Here we go. And wait for it. Why do you play with my heart? Why would you play with my heart? Yes. Okay, you got it.
All right, that's half a point.
Is it half a point?
Half a point.
I'll give you a half a point, my brother.
Give us a point.
You are Zurum Katini. How do I say no to that?
Beautiful point there, man.
Okay, but there's the bass. See, the bass can come through.
yeah.
Michael, bass for carry works. Right, next one. I didn't mean to
Classics.
break your beep. And now I'm all beep. And it's beep so bad.
I didn't mean to break your heart, and now it hurts so bad.
What song? Who's the
I
artist?
didn't mean to break your heart, and it hurts so
bad.
Hey!
So bad.
I didn't mean.
And she can scream. Yeah! Both get points. Yes. You both get points.
Oh, can we give Danny K a point as well? Wherever he is.
Honestly.
Love you, Danny.
I'll give Danny 2 points for that. That was a big song, huh?
It is a
It was a massive song. It was a game changer. And how gorgeous is Danny K, man?
Hey, come on. Honestly, it's like he's sweets just
You guys should
from
have chosen
heaven.
a song with Danny and Mendoza. I would have done Mendoza's part. Or was it Kabele that he rolls with?
Yeah, no,
I think we both would have done Mendoza's voice, and I don't think I could have taken it to Danny K. Oh, man.
Well done. I think the winner of this game, I'm going to give it to Zurum Katini.
You've got it.
You get the golden monkey. Congratulations, my brother. There it is. To go with all the other gold that he's rocking today.
This is the first time that the golden monkey feels at home. Hey?
Look at that. Hey, go for it, my brother. Well done, Zurum Katini. And well done to Graham as well. A little bit of a game just for you and your Feel Good Breakfast Show.
You hit me right in the beep with that one, eh?
Zoe's got something beep that's going to get you all in the beep.
That's right, gentlemen. Thank you for that. Now, if you missed it, earlier we announced that Tropica Island of Treasure, it is here and it will be celebrating 10 seasons. It's bigger, better, and a decade in the making. This season will be with the best of the best. It's an all-stars season, and this is what some of you had to say on social media. So I'm going to take a look at what came through. We have Michal saying, so the cat is out of the bag. At my Tropica is giving us season 10 of Tropica Island of Treasure, and it's an all-star season. Really can't wait to see what this season, wait to see this season's cast. Yes, that's always such a winner. And then Sindiswa says, just broke the news and revealed, well, Tropica just broke the news and revealed that they are giving us an all-star season of Tropica Island of Treasure. There definitely will be drama and entertainment. I think that definitely speaks for itself. And then Harrison says, in an all-star Tropica Island of Treasure in Gabe. Okay, and then Perfect Way. Okay, there we go. You can read it. But it's awesome, listen. It's cool. Tropica Island of Treasure, it is back. It will be the all-star season celebrating a decade, and you can follow Tropica next week as we will be asking you to solve the clues to who the all-stars will be for a chance to win your share of 20,000 Rand. You can definitely look forward to smooth times ahead.
So, sounds smooth, but there's something a little, maybe a touch smoother, is what happens when you get a waffle and a churro who meet and fall in love. And suddenly they connect together in a way that no one's ever seen. The romance flares up, and suddenly a baby is born. And that baby is what we're about to make. It is absolutely gorgeous, I know. It's going to be sensational.
Story.
We have our chef, Tando Manyoni, as I mentioned earlier, award-winning, classy, extraordinary, and she'll about to show us how this waffle churros.
Yes.
How?
Let me show you how.
Okay, please, show me how, and remember the recipe and all the ingredients will be on expressoshow.com, but we're going to make sure that this is nice and short and sweet for you. Right, so now we've got flour.
Flour, sugar, baking powder, fresh baking powder.
If you're missing these quantities, don't worry. This is why we got expressoshow.com. We got your back, don't worry. Okay, and a bit of
salt.
Salt, that's correct.
Salt, dry ingredients, as usual.
And yeah, dry ingredients go in first. You've actually proven this with waffles today.
Yeah.
It's like a trend.
Pretty much. Then,
and wet ingredients are now. I feel like you had malted butter. You added to some eggs in a bowl, and then it looks like vanilla essence or extract. Or
you cook a lot.
I do.
You know
but I'm just. As you go along, I'm just mentioning these things as
like
you go along.
Voiceover.
And then we're going to do a beautiful. It looks like you're going to probably go with half a cup of milk in this recipe. Am I right? Wrong?
You're almost there.
Almost there. Okay.
Almost
cool.
there.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
about
said
half a cup.
3 of this, about half. Really?
Yeah.
See?
It's 3/4.
3/4 of a cup of milk.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we
Makes
go.
sense to me. And then once you're mixing, so you're going to do a bit of mixing, DJ.
Actually, I don't like that song. Can you
Don't you?
No.
Okay. Which song is your favorite?
I don't know. I need you to be creative. You know when I change the song.
Okay, yes.
You need
Okay,
to.
no.
I'm putting you on shuffle.
Churros. That's fine? But it's more operatic.
Keep going.
Okay. Waffle churros, I feel for you. You got that thing in the chef, you know.
Oh, okay.
She's got the churros, I can tell by her smile.
You've got like a,
okay, I got
a Latino thing going.
Yes, I
and
so
then
what
you-
they say, you say churros is okay. But you say churros, it's indigenous to my country, so it's okay. So the churros in the waffle is okay for you.
So, got you.
So we got our new waffle iron here.
Waffle iron.
We've actually preheated it to 197 degrees. And I'm kidding, I don't even know what the temperature is. And you're going to use that same to scoop it in. And remember, what we want to do is we want to set that down, let it bubble first, and then close it to finish off. This is great. So the churro element of this, take me through how this becomes a waffle and a churro at the same time.
So you're going to mix together the cinnamon sugar. So you know churros are dipped in cinnamon sugar. And then we're going to make a chocolate syrup as well. So I've got cream going here. So you're going to mix that together. You've got cinnamon there and sugar in front of you. I've got cream in here going into some chocolate.
Well, there it is. Cinnamon, sugar. This is the hardest part of the job. Thanks for giving it to me.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much. This is great.
You need, yeah. You're doing amazing.
I'm just mixing my sugar and cinnamon. It's very difficult because the granules, they need to mix properly.
Yeah, and you need to make sure.
I want to make sure there's 1 cinnamon speck to every 3 granules. So I want to make sure this is fine.
I love the math. I love the
Thank you very much. I try my best.
There we go. And then our chocolate sauce is
Chocolata. Okay, I'm seeing it bubbling a little bit over here.
I love your technique, like your waffle technique. Is
No, but I just think it's a cool hack because I think that what happens is a lot of these waffle irons get sent back to the shops because people say it's not working or it's too blonde. And I think what you get here is because the base of it is where the connection is electrically, you get more of the heat coming from the bottom than it is from the top.
True.
And that's why you want to make sure that the bottom is working and then you finish off with the fold down.
Yeah.
And so once we've done with that, we do a bit of sugar sprinkles, a lovely bit of
dust, and then you get that.
And we dunk it like a churro.
Like a
and
churro.
that's how it becomes one.
Yeah.
Easy peasy, waffle and churro squeezy. If you want to give it a shot today, then we have it all on the website, expressoshow.com. Spread it around, friends and family, and give it a shot this weekend. It is going to be a recipe to entertain every single guest. Just letting you know, from an award-winning chef, that's the vibe we have. She won the award on the 30th of Feb.
It's the manifestation. Pure manifestation. Lord, are you listening?
Oh, yes, we are.
I'm here for it.
Let's pull this down.
Okay, yeah, you can close. There we go.
Let's go. Lovely. Get the recipe.
I'll go. But one of you say, oh, he's back. Move way.
Clover fresh milk.
Made with love by Clover. Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Hopefully you are in the right mood ahead of the weekend. And maybe you are in the mood for a new car. Well, the Avo app by Nedbank is giving you a chance of winning that brand new car. In fact, they are giving you a chance to win one of 4 brand new Suzuki Swifts.
Oh.
My word, and they've made it incredibly easy to enter.
How incredible is that? Now, to enter, all you have to do is download and sign up for the Avo app, which is absolutely free. That's literally it.
Okay.
Signing up for the Avo app is really worth it because they sell everything on there, from tech to groceries to home decor. So go get onto that right now and win yourself some new wheels.
Wow.
It's never been easier. And for all of those T's and C's, you can find it by visiting netbank.co.za.
Good luck.
In this world where you want the best for you and your family, wouldn't you rather have a bank that helps you make better money choices? A bank that rewards you for saving. A bank that gives you quick and easy access to credit. A bank that gives you personalized offers. A bank that helps you spend, save, and borrow better. So, do you want a bank that takes your money? Or a bank that takes your money choices seriously? Join Nedbank today.
It is time to move that coffee table because there's somebody new, Madison Scott Khalifa and the Scarlets. You have to remember the name because this is going to be an explosive performance. Furthermore, Madison Scott Khalifa, the outfit, whew, I saw Dua Lipa perform in a very similar outfit, so I'm hoping that Dua Lipa is going to pop up in this performance for you on your Feel Good Breakfast show. Remember, there are shows coming up 0 to 1, as well as the 2 Eves as well. If you want to go check this out, it's going to be absolutely incredible. So here they come. It's something new. Madison Scott Khalifa and the Scarlets.
From across the room, I'm so high that I'm on another altitude, and on my cloud I got some space for you, got a taste for you. You've never been to heaven, have you? The ride of your life. Hold on, cause baby, I might just give you a bite of the sweetest pie. Real high. Me and Dua Lipa finna get the party lit. Just give you If you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything can stop me, did a full 180, crazy, thinking about the way I was. Did the heartbreak change me? Maybe, but look at where I ended up. I'm all good already, so moved on, it's scary. I'm not where you left me at all. So, if you don't wanna see me dancing with somebody, if you wanna believe that anything could stop me, don't show up, don't come out, don't start caring about me now. Walk away, you know how. Don't start caring about me now. I'm not where you left me at all. Don't show up, don't come out, don't stop caring about me now, Walk away, you know how, don't stop caring about me now. Walk away.
This month, say it with flavor, taste, and aroma, so they'll know it was made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.